where that is. So yeah, watch out, Spal. I'm gonna hire that guy, and I'm coming.
All right, I just want to point out the small cap gappers that are going before we send it to the big kahunas. Right now, we have RZLV really breaking out. It's at the highs. It's a big move. DFLI as well just took out that dollar area for the first time on the day into 103. ONDS still trading near the highs at 920. It's been a good look. And of course, we can't forget the two monsters on the day. BTCC up very aggressively on the day to the tune of, I don't have it, but BQ also up here, but dropping below VWAP. These were multiple halters during our show. I hope you guys traded them well and traded them carefully. I've got the day off tomorrow, and I could not be more pleased because the weather is crazy this whole weekend.
Stupendous. As our good friend Mr. Eubank Sr. would say, it's stupendous.
Stupendous. Can't wait for that rematch, by the way, with this kid.
Stupendous.
Big kahunas are that way. In case you weren't in the morning, we're this in the morning. Neil's off, Obi's in. I'll see everybody momentarily at the big desk.
Yo. All right, awesome. I'm messaging Neil as we speak.
Nice.
He is doing much better.
That's good.
So thumbs up for that, because I know. Yeah, I'll tell him. I'll tell him there, Joe. Joe wants to thank him for all of that one. So, all right. So yeah, we're back. Thank you, Obi, for coming back again at 2 p.m. here. So
thank you.
We're gonna take this ship and cruise it right into the close. And you know, 19 right now, just looking at the Bitcoin, 19,999. Looks like it's going to right now break through that 20,000 mark. So we say bang, 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 bang. Congratulations to that. It looks like we might have already done that when I wasn't here earlier. This is a Solana chart right now. That's starting to extend up to as well. Wow, 230 for Solana today. Nice little movement there. If we go over to let's go over to a 15-minute chart. Yeah, wow, Solana lifting right now as well. And then Bitcoin, we'll check that out on Coinbase here. Yeah, so it does look like we did get above 20, so I didn't notice that, but 123.35 or so there, the high. So we'll see if we can get going right now. But wow, yeah, like I heard Sharif talking to October. Yeah, that's amazing. So if this is going to be the month where it starts to run,
Ooh. A little spooky.
It's not bad. I mean, I've asked for many of those in the past, so I'm glad that we finally got one done for 1 month right there. But I do like that October. And yeah, look, I mean, it's a nice move there. The thing is, if we all knew October was going to go up, then why didn't we buy 108s?
You didn't know it was October?
Did you buy 108s?
On Bitcoin?
Yeah.
No.
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 Right. That's the problem with trading right there, right? Is that it's like, it's all hindsight. Bitcoin could be down to 110. Would it still be called October?
I don't know.
Yes.
I mean, that 70K breakout was nice. I haven't seen a breakout like that since then.
I just wish I would have bought.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, if we're
these dips have been nice.
Right. Like if we're so confident. No, this is a 15-minute chart. This doesn't show you.
Sure.
I'm just talking about this level right here. That happens right before October.
Boom.
Is what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's like you get that little lull in September, and then if we were all extremely confident on this October, you have 10% right there. It's just a huge move in Bitcoin is all that I'm saying. And it's like it's only the second day in October. And Bitcoin's already up. Like, so I just wonder if we take October, like I don't know where you take it exactly, 114. So you're up about 5% in a couple of days. But yeah, great look there for all crypto. And we'll talk about that as we go. Yeah, no, I was just kind of just saying like, trading is like, I could say, okay, you know, Nvidia falling from its all-time highs. Well, obviously it falls from its all-time highs. It's like there's things like that. And you got to just try to stay focused on the trade ideas that you have and try to milk them for as much as possible, and I think that's important. I've only had 3 or 4 trades today. We're back. Oh, you can't see. I'm in the queue. I'll take out of a small piece so we can see that trade come through. I'm back in the TQQs. We'll talk about that chart as we go, but I only have 1 position on. I see that you're flat right now, and we'll talk about some things that we're looking at heading into the close. And we were just talking about how great weather it is.
Yeah, the weather's beautiful, man. I went out for a nice long walk.
20 degrees, so it's like 68. Fahrenheit.
It was
gorgeous.
much colder in the morning.
My hands are freezing.
It was much colder in the morning. It's like that time of year where
Obi, I mean,
you know, the mornings and the afternoons are significantly more chillier than the middle of the day. But yeah, no, it's beautiful weather.
You need the sun.
A lot of people out. Yeah, I guess it is September. Yeah, October. School's back on. There's a lot of students like everywhere because we're right by the UFT campus, University of Toronto.
Yes.
So
Did you struggle there with the U of T?
Because funny, because I went to UOIT, so I almost said the University of Ontario. I was like, wait, no, that's
UOIT?
not. So they changed the name since I graduated. No, Ontario Tech.
Ontario
Yeah.
Tech.
So
What did you take?
Biology, honors in biology. So
I'm glad it's working out for you.
yeah, I know exactly. But perfect use of my degree in biology because you understand the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, and that's why Nvidia moves the way it does.
Right.
So,
Yeah. I mean that makes
of course, perfect
sense.
logic. Right?
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean that's what I was saying exactly. Yay, education. All right. So yeah, let's go on. At least the thing is, education allows us to read.
Yeah, exactly.
allows us to
It
do that.
allows us to learn more. So it's like the best thing I got from my education was how to learn.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why
I learned how to learn.
That's why
a lot of people don't know how to learn.
That's why I keep
That's what
track
I
of my
realized
kids.
as
Like,
well.
my kid that's going into high school next year, he's like, why do I need to know math? I'm like, look, dude, it's the process. It's figuring out how to get from A to B to C and then back to A again. And can you understand that process? And then you can start building on top of that. Because the whole thing nowadays is like, I got a calculator in my pocket, blah, blah, blah. That's not what
math class when did your teacher ever tell you, you're never going to walk around with a calculator in your pocket. You got to show your work. You got to do.
know.
And I was like, where are those teachers now?
I helped my daughter out with like grade 6 math last night. It was too tough, man. It was ratios. I was like, man, I don't know. I'll answer 2 of these 3. You just tell the teacher you don't know the other one. I don't know. I've got rusty in my old age here, but yeah, no, I think that math is so important. You need to, no matter what you're looking at, it's always figuring out this, percentages of that. Yeah. No matter what business you're in, I feel that's important. But interesting. Anybody that has kids out there knows these battles are real. So, anyways, Obi.
Yes, sir. I think we're ready for the run.
I thought there was a read.
Oh, yes. Sorry, for sure. Guys, looking for a futures trading platform that actually delivers without hidden costs? With plus 500 futures, you get free live charts, transparent fees, low margins, and an unlimited demo so you can practice until you're ready to trade live. Open an account and start trading with as little as $100 with Plus 500's powerful platform. You can access a wide range of futures markets, S&P 500, NASDAQ, Bitcoin, gas, Forex, metals, crypto, and more all in one place. Plus, enjoy a welcome bonus of up to $200 in commission-free trading. Just scan the QR code on screen to apply for your account, and today, join over 30 million users worldwide who have already chosen Plus 500.
This is, I just want to, like, we have such a great, I mean, I'm in a good mood every day, but you guys always make it even better. So there we go. Third grade maths, this is from Jacob Knight, is already giving me headaches. And this dude has a PhD in numerical algorithms. Here's Chris L. I've been helping with my 5th grade math this week at Sean, and I feel you, right? And then so there it goes, man. I mean, I'm the same way. Then even Stock Jock here, these young kids don't even know how to sign their own name. So I actually have a story about that, and I said it last week, and that was that I took my kid to the bank because now he's all about, like, he had like a sort of kids bank account kind of in the past. So he wants to be able to, like do EMTs and, all this kind of stuff and pay as you go, like tap and all that kind of stuff. So we went to TD Bank, which is obviously a major bank, one of the 6 banks here and in the United States as well. Anyways, we're signing up the account and blah, blah, blah and all that. And then the banker goes, okay, so here you go, Baron, my son's name, so just sign the bottom there. He doesn't have a signature.
Yeah.
Not like, so he kind of looks at it and I'm just like, dude, just print your name or whatever. So he just like printed his name. So it's like, there's all these things now that's lost. Like I remember I thought and I don't know when we were going to school when they taught like freehand or what do they call it?
It's cursive writing. Yeah, that's what I was just about to ask. Do they know how to write cursive?
No, I don't. So I think, and you teachers in Ontario, I know it's different per region, I think they've gotten rid of cursive.
Yeah, I mean, is it really relevant? That's the real question. Like how much
it's for art. Like for me, it's the art of understanding what it is. It's just it's about using your hands instead of like my name is, and just doing it, like filling everything out autocorrect or whatever. But anyways,
I like painting.
To each their own. Painting.
Yeah, I love painting.
Another lost form over there. All right, let's go back over to the desk and talk to the professor. This is an old nickname for Sharif, the professor.
Welcome to the Afternoon Rundown, the show where you decide what we talk about every afternoon. Obi in for Neil, but the big boys, they're locked and they're loaded and they're ready to look at the tickers as decided by you. But the only way to get those tickers right there, you got to get into the chat and you got to vote for your favorite ticker every day. Super easy, throw in that $, followed by whatever ticker your heart so desires. Let's look at all four major averages, and yes, all four major averages are in green positive territory, with the ES trailing the big four over here, down, up, I should say, sorry, 0.07, but most notably holding on to that 6,700 point area, with the NASDAQ now trading above 25,000. In fact, almost at 25,100, up 1/3%. The Dow also up nicely, above 46,800, up 0.18. And then the Russell 2000 going back and forth here with the NASDAQ as to which one is more strong on the day. That's up 0.32. Good look for all four major averages. Tesla, the first name as decided by you guys. What a move up, and then an equally aggressive move back down. Morgan Stanley says their Q3 deliveries of about 497,000 vehicles beat the sell-side consensus expectation of about 443,000 by about 12%, and came at the high end of the buy-side expectation, which was between 450 to 500,000, boys. But Tesla going negative on the day, down 3 2/3.
What an insane move there. That was me like clearing my glasses off that I don't wear. But this is just like, I mean, I wish these were shorts. Shorts would be purple on my account, but we went long, and I was excited about the deliveries. I was excited about all-time highs. But that's about it, man. I mean, the excitement was foreshadowed by this. And I don't, it started going, this was right when those deliveries came, about 9 o'clock, exactly at 9 a.m. And Sharif just ran over the numbers, better than expected deliveries. But then that was the best time that it had. When we opened up here at 9:30, we immediately got involved because we were seeing about, like, it dropped right to the 200 period. That was a great pickup early, man. This was 467 basically into 470 again. So we had some good trades there. We were like living life, we're happy, we're all excited, Obi. And then this happened, and then we averaged in again, and then it lost it. And at this point, we were fighting VWAP. Like, it wasn't necessarily, VWAP we were already underneath it, right? So it was already a battle that we were probably losing. So we tried it at the 200 period moving average, and then we wrote down on our note today, and we promote the note when it's right, I promote it when it's wrong. We had Tesla long today at 465. So when it came back in, there's me trying it at 465. Doesn't work. We held it about $1 and change against us. Looks like we get out about 463.75 or so. So not great. Started the day off pretty red there on Tesla, and we haven't traded it since. And it's probably a good thing that we didn't, because I feel like I would have been trying to catch the bottoms here, like I've been doing in these freaking futures all day here, and we'll get to that at some point. But Obi, I think we just got to wait till this 200 period breaks, or you got to get some sort of a technical breakout that's going to give it to you, because right now the pressure is downside there, and I just think it's profit taking. Yeah. I think we had a monster move. This red candle is not accurate. I can't edit it. I tried it already. But this is where we think we could get long again, but that's that break, 370. It's had a great couple days to the upside, including yesterday as well. And then today we get up into that 460 area and then tick up to 480, which is essentially all-time highs. So we made that move today off deliveries. It's pulling back 3%. I would say cry me a river, because it's still a very positive name, and I still like the stock, but trajectory is downside. So I think we go long if it breaks this area right here, 446, but that's still a tough trade to take today. Down 3.5%. The market's gonna have to give something back to make this trade really do anything. For right now today, Obi, I think it's a stay away, and let's see what winds up happening tomorrow. Yeah. But down 3%, I think most people's accounts could hold that, especially on a name like Tesla. So congratulations if you were able to short that top, and congratulations if you're long Tesla as well. I mean, it's been a great ride. I think the out, and I'm going to give it to you in a second. I just ramble on too much, I know that. I think this out is around here, like this 420 breaking back in. I don't want to be part of this gap fill. I think if you are swing trading this thing, or even if you're in a long-term account, congratulate yourself and just maybe get out of Tesla at all-time highs. And if you like it again, maybe get in when it breaks 480. upside again. You know, you get out now, you at least made some money, I hope.
There's definitely some profit taken.
And then you can take it up if it breaks all-time highs in and around that 480 again. So, yeah, great trading on Tesla today. Would be better to be short.
Yeah, I think I wasn't expecting the short, to be honest. I was watching this in the pre-market, and I did have a little bit of an inkling of a thought being like, okay, well, do I revert this because of the aggressive action being sold off in the pre-market and kind of giving it back? And that did kind of come into fruition off of the open. Absolutely beautiful puke. I wasn't expecting this. I was looking for a long. Sure, there might have been a few scalps here, but it looked like it goes and then it doesn't. And just holding that trend all day down. So from the delivery numbers reaction high to all the way to the lows, we're down about 8.31% intraday. So absolutely wild move. Definitely a little bit of profit taking potentially there. We're doing over. I guess we were doing over 2 times relative volume coming into the opening session, but we've been averaging about, I'd say about 170, 1.7-ish, 1.8 since then. And yeah, what a crazy pullback. We've pulled back all the way down to prices we haven't seen since yesterday. So, you know, not too bad, within range, but aggressive sell-off. We're still well within range, but yeah, a little bit of a relief after a strong run-up. We know where we're coming up from. We saw that breakout, that consolidation breakout, what was it, 3 somethings, and then now we're trading all the way up to 479 on the day today. So yeah, a little bit of profit taking. Also confluence that with the market. The market had an aggressively strong sell right off of the open. Then that's definitely weighing down a little bit, you know, a little bit of a feedback onto Tesla sellers as well. So something to watch out for. I am watching this week's range, the range that we're in on a higher time frame. We'll just go to a higher time frame right here. You can see within this uptrend, definitely well within this uptrend. But if we do start to break, yeah, I definitely agree with Sean. If this starts to break down, I don't want to be part of this little fill here because there isn't much consolidation below that 400 in recent times. We gapped up, we pushed above 400, we held 400, but from about 330s to 360s to 400 in recent times is a little bit of error. So yeah, I definitely want to be wary of that, but still well within a little bit of an uptrend.
I just wanted to say one thing. I just heard in my ear that Amazon could be facing some sort of a probe about their drones or something like that. So I just punched short very small. Right now, I don't see it on the Benzinga Pro platform or anything. I just heard it in my, you have something about that? All right. All right, we can go over to Sharif just for the headline because I don't know exactly. I punched small into the short if you see it out 222.50. But if it's not moving now, then it's probably not affecting anything here. So what is it, Sharif?
Yeah, here it is, Sean. Amazon faces FAA NTSB probe after 2 delivery drones crashed into a crane in Arizona. This is being reported by CNBC. No more information other than that. So 2 drones crashed into a crane in Arizona. As a result, they're going to face investigations by the FAA and NTSB. Separately here, let's go to the next ticker, BTTC. What a move up for Black Titan Corporation. And this is an IPO, but the deal is with this company, it's a company that emerged from a business combination with another company previously listed under ticker TTNP called Titan Pharmaceuticals. That led to TTNP's trading suspension and the initiation of this stock, BTTC. Just to give you an idea what they do, Black Titan Corporation operates as an infrastructure project consultancy company, guys. Big move up.
I was just going to say, like, yeah, thanks, Sharif. Yeah, this morning, it was like it's halted, and I saw in the chat, like, guys, what's up with BTCC? And I thought it was like BTTC. Sorry, there's 120 on crypto again. But yeah, I guess this is a float issue. I'm not even sure how many shares these guys issued or anything, but this is not tradable today. This is just, you know, I wish I was more of aware of this, and I don't think I would have, you know, I don't really want to go long small deals. So that is not correct, Sean, because today this blasted higher and just probably 15 or 20 halts in here. I guess it was open for a little bit there as we pulled back and then just escalating again. I don't, you know, if we're going to keep on having these IPOs and things like that, I just feel, which we are obviously, I feel like the halt rules maybe either A, need to change for names like this, or there needs to be a minimum amount of shares that come to market, or there has to be better allocation or something, because it's not fair. And it's not fair for the small guy, because there are many investment bankers and many hedge funds and all that basically know this is going to happen, and they let it happen. And then they make a whole bunch of money on this kind of stuff. They buy, like, you know, whatever. They buy 10,000. Like, even if you buy 10,000 shares, dude, that went $20. That's 200 grand. All right? And then you just dump it when it opens up. You know, and you don't really care about the prices you get because you're just so much in the money. Meanwhile, there's guys like retail traders or traders like us or you out there that are trying to find, like, trying to make sense of this. But you don't need to there is no making sense of this. The company opens at 5 and goes to 35. It gains 7 times its value. 700% at its highs, 800% at its highs. That's not like when they envision the way IPOs work or these kind of stocks go. This is not how it's supposed to work. Now, it's going to sound like, you know, like sour grapes. Yeah, I mean, I wish I was long. But at the same time, that's why I stayed away from it. A, I didn't know about it. And B, it's so small. That's why I didn't know about it. And I just feel that it's too manipulated. And I really wish they would try to figure it out, because I think it would make for better trading. I don't know if it would make for better opportunities or anything. I just know that if you keep the stock open for longer, it will result in more trading, fairer prices, and hopefully traders, because I know there's some traders that were watching our show for a very, very long time, and they made a lot of money during DWAC and during 2020 and GME and AMC and all of these halts and go. And then they got absolutely waxed on some plays as well, whereby things like this just start to happen and they don't make sense. Like, here we go, now it's open again. So we could just maybe just count this down, 10, 9, 8, I'm just waiting for it to halt, 7. Why is it not moving? 6, see? Like, now it's not moving at all. Now you're basically just getting no prints at all right now, just in between, and you're holding this dollar. So now maybe it goes open for a minute. So there you go. All right, hey, are they listening, Obi, finally?
Maybe, I don't know.
And they've got this under control right now, but that's just a little bit of a rant on these stocks. You know, it's not a fair playing field, but at the end of the day, you all know we got to be the ones hitting the buy and the sell key. Yeah. So if it's not your cup of tea, then have an espresso.
Yeah, I like that. I think, yeah, definitely not on my radar either, man. You said it was an IPO. I did not see it on my IPO calendar, and definitely was a miss on my part. It seems like it was actually halted maybe much earlier, because I see the open here, the first minute of today is at 9:50, so well after the market actually opened. Absolute craziness. And yeah, it doesn't really catch a little bit of a sell until about 11:30. So imagine that, for a whole hour, most of it being stuck in the halt, and the only selling opportunity you really get is maybe even after this halt. So good luck with that. That's a bit, I don't know. To me, when I see this, I'm like, that's a little. It's not part of my playbook. You know, I'm not gonna speak too much about it, other than saying that, yeah, this is not really part of my playbook. No. But all the power to you if you caught this. If you're a halt trader and you know anything and everything that there is to know about halts, and this was on your radar and it started kind of hitting your scanners, then yeah, it's been a great long, and it's maybe some good shorts along the way too. But I wouldn't touch this thing with a 10-foot pole. But something to watch out for.
So I added to the Amazon trade. Maybe it's finally starting to work out now. We breaks through 222. We punched a little more short. People saying Lyft off right now, so let's just figure out what's going on with Lyft here. Yeah, nice move up there for Lyft, 2270. So, you know, potentially some news here with Lyft. The last time Lyft was moving around, they got, I think it was, they deployed maybe in Nevada or something like that. So we'll see if there's a story here with Lyft. But for now, nice move up. Good call out there in the chat. Thank you for that. What's up, Sharif? Let's go to the next stock here. Oh, Advanced Micro Devices. Oh boy, we've got a story about this one.
Good day today, Sean, for AMD, up 3.5% after we got reports yesterday that they were in early talks with possibly striking a foundry deal with Intel, where some of their microprocessors would be manufactured domestically at Intel's foundries. No more details than that, guys. Nothing came out today, whether from Intel or AMD. We're still waiting on more.
All right. Yeah. You want to
Yeah, I was watching AMD this morning because of the pre-market run-up that it had. So we'll go to that. We pointed this out in the pre-market as well. Strong bid up. Nvidia's kind of gapping up as well. The market's strong into the open. So yeah, I was looking for a potential push, but coming off the open, oh boy, we got a little bit of a lick grab of the highs, and yeah, failure to follow through the highs gives us that strong flush. But since then, the reversion, AMD is one of the, not the only one. There's one other one, that's Intel, which is pretty strong. But AMD is one of the only ones that kind of gave up that morning move, like Nvidia did, and kind of consolidated. But it's the only one that actually broke out of its opening range high and tried to consolidate a little bit higher. So relatively stronger than Nvidia for sure. But yeah, something to watch out for. I think the trade, Sean definitely had a decent chunk of this trade in the morning session and held for that extension to the upside. So I'll let him speak more on that.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was just a fail at 170 at the end of the day right there. We wrote that one down, and this was started our day off really red. Not really red, but we started off the day red, and we got out when it broke VWAP, and then it just kept on coming back in. We did try it again near there, the bottom, and we got stopped out. That was fine. It was more this first trade that we lost on, punching the 170 long. It came, this is the thing, it came from 167. Here, maybe if we zoom in early. Whoops. Did not mean to minimize that. Just give me a second. Here it is right here. So what I was meant to do is this. If we zoom in a little bit here and just go like that, there's the 170 break. The problem is when the market opens up, it goes for a tank. But the whole market was kind of making the move down. I was like, oh gosh, AMD's now going. What if this market actually goes? Well, we know the market didn't go, but I still punched the 170 long. Why? Because I had this listed on the sheet to do so. So I did it. Went long 170, was not even able to get anything out at the top, unfortunately, and then it came back in. That's probably VWAP at the time. So we bought it there at 168, then we wind up getting out there at 168 flat. Sorry, that's 168.70, there's 168. So it's a $2 flush-a-rooney right there off the open. And then we tried it again, man. We weren't very many shares here. This is not even really the thing that wound up hurting, but we did get out at 166. And then we saw two huge green candles. Once we closed that first candle there above some of this like last couple bits of garbage there, then we went long. We could have reloaded there. That was pretty dangerous. We almost lost again. And then it just took off right there once it found a base, and we were long. So we're long there. We're still long. So we're long at 167. Some outs there, 169. That was good. A bunch of outs at VWAP because at that time, Obi and I were like, we got to scalp out. We got to scalp out. We come back from our swim. Hallelujah. It breaks above 170. We get a piece out right there at 1255 at about 170 and change. And then we got out again once it broke through 170. And now I'm holding 2% left of this trade to see what winds up happening. But still a red day on AMD, so we slapped a fail on it because we didn't put back enough shares to make up for our early hit. So again, in vein of being honest, which we'd always do, it's not going to be a green day for me on advanced micro devices. But I mean, the space is still hot, right? I mean, Marvell, look at. Money. Let's go, Marvell. I didn't even realize this, Sharif. This is my guy right now. So there it is, man, breaking through. I was thinking Marvell would have been down. Breaking through right there, up through 86 bucks. Let's keep going, man. Let's keep going. So there it goes. We initially bought Marvell here, 75 bucks just before earnings, thinking this was going to happen. But unfortunately, they were down 19% day after earnings. We did the 3-day rule, right? 1, 2, 3. We bought down here 63, 64. Boom, back up to the upside, so we like that. So not all chips names are the same today. I don't have any NVIDIA. I know you do in your account today, but thoughts on whatever you want?
Yeah, I mean, I spoke about AMD.
Okay,
I think it was good. Let's get to open.
Let's go back for OpenDoor.
Guys, OpenDoor, well, it was a good day initially in the pre-market. Now it's kind of flat, up about 0.25%. Trying to hold that $8 level, though. No real headline today on OpenDoor other than to say there's some corporate governance issues that were ironed out in a trial that was resolved on September 11th. Apparently, OpenDoor benefits from that. We'll keep you guys up to speed, but it's now up about 1/3%.
Yeah, no, OpenDoor is, again, a little bit of a breather it's taking after that strong run-up that we've been seeing a couple of weeks ago. So let's go to the 30-minute chart here and see when that was and where we're sitting relative to that. So, yeah, a lot of push here. So OpenDoor broke out of that $5 level going into the beginning of September. And then for a good chunk of September, for almost all of September, we trended up pretty well. We got to the $11 level. Bit of a double top here. So this is where I was kind of looking at it, and I'm still kind of watching it because I really, I said this a few weeks ago, if you guys were watching, I'm waiting for the backside move on this one potentially. And I like it, but it's holding up really well. I think there is a little bit of a story that's forming behind this one as well, but I'm going to let the price action dictate, excuse me. So 10.97 highs and then $7 most recent lows, with the consolidation lows over the past few days being at 776s. We have been making some lower highs, but you can see we're kind of within trend. I don't know if I have any indicators on this. Okay, there you go. So maybe a little bit of anchored VWAP here, but if we throw in a little bit of a trend line from where the bid actually kind of broke out and stepped in from, just in general, you can see that that's holding pretty well, like just a rough kind of a line here. So we're starting to test it a little bit there. I'm sure if I draw this in a little bit cleaner, we'll be like just roughly just on top of the line. But yeah, in and around holding trend on OpenDoor. But yeah, getting into that area where, yeah, we could see some relief. We've already started to see some selling off at the $11 level. If this kind of cracks, maybe a reversion back down to this anchored VWAP, which was the anchored VWAP from the initiation of the move in July of 2025. So much earlier this year, a few months ago. That's when this whole move kind of started and then stair-stepped up even higher. So I'm going to be potentially looking for a move into here if this cracks on a higher time frame, but I don't think that's an intraday trade for me.
We're starting to get a little downside here in Amazon. So the 200 period moving average, despite that drone news, I mean, the market's not doing anything. I'm going to get something out here at 80 I put a bid at 88 and then a much bigger bid at 86 and then a much bigger bid at 60. But every single year there's over 3.8 million and counting concussions reported in the United States. And as we know, there is no FDA approved treatment. Well, NYSE listed Origenics is changing that with its first in-class intranasal drug designed for rapid brain access. We've had on our show both Pat LaFontaine and Brett Favre to talk all about this. With the concussion treatment market projected to reach $8.9 billion in 2027, Origenics is uniquely positioned to, of course, lead the way. Learn more and schedule a meeting today by simply scanning that QR code and getting over to Origenics, symbol OGEN on the NYSE. Very, very important. I mean, it hits home with me as well, having kids in sports and playing sports myself. And you can get concussion like whatever, man, driving. I saw on the news 2 days ago, this is why these electric scooters are banned in Ontario.
I see people on them all the time.
Who cares?
I mean, yeah, they're not really
banned in Ontario right now. 2 kids, basically, both without helmets, rolling around, smoked by cars. You know, I think maybe one was wearing a helmet, the other one not. These things, like my kids asked, like if they were legal, I know, they're so
like
fast.
60 kilometers an hour? I don't know what that is in miles, but.
Anyways, I'm just saying, like, there's a lot, 60 kilometers, whatever, it's 40 miles. But at the end of the day, too fast, too serious. And just if you do have anything, check out OGEN. I think it's a good, safe look at hopefully a concussion treatment. So yeah, that was crazy. I saw that, and it's funny because both my kids want those scooters, and I'm just like, no. I see these little kids, honestly, like 10 years old, like whipping around on these things, dude. Like they are fast.
They're really quick. Like going that fast and coming to a sudden stop, like there's going to be some.
I don't have a problem. You want to use these scooters or e-bikes or anything like that within sort of the parameters of the rules. I mean, it's just like, but going in between cars and parked cars and this and that, it's just, it's for me, it's a bit much. And I don't know. It's like these little small things and your body is just pure exposed. Like these kids fall off these things and just ram, like road rash. Anyways, whatever. They'll get it all figured out, man. To each their own. Everybody, the last thing I want to do is like, whatever, have that God complex, like whatever we think is right. I mean, if people want to let their kids do that kind of stuff, then fine. It's just, I think it's a dangerous thing. But okay, rant somewhat over. Did we talk about OpenDoor yet?
I just talked
about then let's go talk about Rigetti.
Right, Rigetti, Sean, a great day today for Rigetti, 17% and change, and there's really no headline. It's still gained, well, it's gained over the past 3 days when the company said it secured purchase orders for 2 Novera quantum computing systems to the tune of only 5.7 million, but it's more about proof of concept than the actual quantum, guys. So you're getting a nice breakout today on Rigetti, 17 and change.
Rigetti is just, man, you have the chart up there. Anything you want to talk about quickly, and then we can.
Yeah, I didn't expect this kind of a move, man. This whole quantum sector is going absolutely nuts here. And yeah, QUBT, QBTS. If you've been watching them, they've been running as well. So I pulled up my old basket again. These stocks have been they've run in the past, so I have the basket still kind of saved. So pulled up the basket, and yeah, they're all doing relatively well. They're pushing up a little bit higher. We're seeing structures hold on a higher time frame. Oh boy, I thought I punched into something there. I just wanted to change the time frame on this stock. So yeah, so 30-minute time frame. You can see here we're holding structure pretty well, and then zooming out as well. We kind of just looked at this. It's consolidation, step up, consolidation, step up. So this is looking like it's pretty healthy. Let's go up even higher. Let's go straight up to a weekly time frame and take out some of these indicators. This thing is going absolutely parabolic right here. So this is what we were talking about, kind of people forgetting about the trade, forgetting about the name. It doesn't really get anywhere, and it starts to curl and starts to step up, and then breaking out of that 21 level. And we've been in a multi-week tear since then. And today being a great example of one of those tear, I guess, days, as we're up pretty extensively. Let's see, let's measure how much we are up from the opening range low to the high a day. We're up about 17%. So just that leg in the morning session was about 17%. Since then, just consolidating sideways, not really doing anything too crazy. But oh boy, bigger picture, this thing has been running, man. And this consolidation today, I'm definitely gonna be watching this range tomorrow.
All right. Yeah, well, don't worry, everybody. Martin Shkreli called the top of quantum about 3 months ago. So, you know, that's that.
The biotech expert.
Right there. Yeah, the biotech expert, which called the top of
the quantum.
He called all of these things basically zero. Neil, for some reason, it has like a thing with Shkreli, so I want to talk to him about that. Like, because Shkreli has had some great calls.
Yeah, of course.
And I think there was a couple plays that we focus on here in the biotech. But like I said, I think that was Neil always talks about some of those plays. But yeah, Rigetti, just amazing. I don't really know anything else, but just when there's these gaps in the morning and you get up this 14, 15, 16% and we just keep on climbing, at some point you have to respect VWAP. So when you're looking to get long, that's kind of the thing about, oh, by the way, I just want to let everybody know this Amazon, for some reason, I don't know if it's a fugazi or whatever with the report, but we were just down there and I was like, you know what, we're bouncing. I'm at 80s, believe it or not. So we missed that. Actually, I'm at 221.86. How did I show it going to 84. Like, I don't know how I missed that 221.86, but we're getting stopped out if it breaks that 50 period moving average. It almost just happened. So I don't know what's going on there. There was a drone look there, and looks like it's not bouncing. It's not going down on that story. So this is the other thing. When you're in a story, like a news play, and you make it because you think you hear something, it should react immediately to that news. Like yesterday, I was showing you guys, here's a trade from yesterday about Intel, right? So like, here's that poll, by the way. I put one up, government shutdown or not. This is it right here. So yesterday we had, and look, I did what we said. There's the pullback. I don't know if we were gonna get to VWAP. I was waiting at VWAP yesterday. For those of you that were here on Intel, 3460. We got 35s and then it just ran the rest of the day. It's almost at 37, or it is at 37 right now. But there's that story yesterday about Intel and AMD and the foundry. So like, as soon as we hear it in our ear, it's already too late, right? Because the algos have got it. And then I just try to judge to see where we get that. And then that's at 35. And there's the continuation up to 35.80 within the first like 3 or 4 minutes. So if you make a play based on something that you hear news-wise and it doesn't really react immediately, then it's probably not the story that we all think it is. So I'm still going to stop out there for, again, 20-cent hit on Amazon. That's the amount of risk that I want right there on that one. But then, just to talk, we talked about Rigetti there. I think pullbacks into VWAP on strong names is really what you're looking for. And I mean, even here on Amazon, there's the dump down early down into 219, retracement back, and then it just bounced off VWAP only to go higher, after that. So just some plays there, and I'm not really following my rules for that kind of a play here on the TQQs because that should have been a long, not a short. I mean, it battled back. But the thing is, it was so choppy in here that I was really at some point questioning whether or not we break this area. And then basically, once we did, that's when we should have gotten out of it. And now it's just bouncing off the 50-period moving average. You know, we're short right here at 03s. It's not the end of the world, but I'm going to give this back up to 20s, and then we're going to get out of this trade. That's basically where we broke down from this morning. We bounced around here at 106.25. It's like a lazy trade, man. Like, I should be managing this a little bit better and getting out a little bit more aggressively, but we're just going to wait to see. I got a big position. It's a big position because the risk is limited. Again, 20 cents worth of risk. So there's a lot of shares that I'm holding right now, and it would really suck if this blasts higher through there. But maybe today's just a red day for me. And I hate to have that defeatist attitude, but I thought the market would fade for sure this afternoon, or else I wouldn't be in all these shorts. I thought it would. We don't have any big earnings coming through. Tesla sort of gave us the sick feeling right away off the open. Nvidia wasn't going today.
Yeah, Nvidia didn't go.
You know, there was a lot
of bad omens in the sense of like.
There was a few stories that I just thought were, I guess, more red than the market. Like, this is day two, man. The Nasdaq yesterday up 0.4. Today it looks like we're going to be up 0.4 again.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. It just keeps on going one way here.
I think a couple good points that you mentioned there that kind of I really resonate with. Like, yeah, you were talking about how like you expect something to happen right away, and I've heard you say this. I've heard a lot of great traders say this as well, being like, oh, the best trades, they go right away.
Yeah.
The best trades, they go right away. Right? And then, for example, a great example is like some of the IPO trades.
I was just going to say.
Some of the IPO trades, right off of the open, boom, they go right away. Nothing crazy, no hesitation. It's right there. The momentum is there. It happens right away. So that's a great kind of indicator as well of like trades working out for you. And that's something I need to get around as well. Because you were like, yeah, you're fighting the trend. Guess what? I got shut down yesterday. Mm-hmm. I was hella red yesterday, and I got blown out trying to fight Pfizer. Right? PFE. You guys saw how aggressive XLV was yesterday. The whole sector had a strong bid. Guess what? Today was the day to short. Did I take a single fill? Absolutely not. But these are kind of the days where I'm just like, if it's not happening, I just gotta let it go. And it just sometimes it's so hard, man. Sometimes I'm just so anchored. Like yesterday, my trades necessarily weren't horrible in terms of like execution set. But I just started getting more and more tilted. I was just like, okay, well, this got to work. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Now we pull back here. So I was taking every single selling point here. I shorted here, I shorted here, I shorted here, getting stopped out every single time, finally getting short here, really, really aggressively, getting about 20 pennies in the money. Like I was pretty much back to green here, and I let it come all the way back and stop me out for a blowout. I'm just like, oh, come on, I can't really do that much. But here's the thing, man.
Yep, go ahead.
Stuff like that happens. Where's the next trade?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
At the end of the day,
in the same trade over and over and over again. I mean, I still believe in the trade.
100%. Yeah.
But to what you're saying is very, very true. And
I find myself like sometimes I'm getting. Those are literally my worst days. Like I love mean reversion, and my worst days are all trending days.
Yep, me too.
Trades that
you know,
like
don't
they
you get
just
a
trend all day.
Sometimes that you could feel.
Oh yeah, I'm like I know
like,
I'm wrong. I'm like this was consolidating sideways for 30 minutes, 100%. And I'm like I'm short really, really heavy. I'm like a little bit past like A size, and I'm just like okay. Well, this is working. This is giving me like 10, 15 pennies, but I'm looking for VWAP. I'm looking for 50 pennies. You know what I mean? On a name like Pfizer, when XLV is running, you have the Trump RX that's been bidding up the sector, and then they had news in overnight as well yesterday, being like $70 billion reinvestment in infrastructure, and then AstraZeneca had the same thing with 50 billion as well. So it's just like days like that. Sure, you can consider an outlier, but I got blasted yesterday. Today's a little bit better, you know. We're working it back, but where's the next trade is kind of what I'm asking.
What makes me sting a little bit is shout out to Sir Poopy Pants.
Oh boy,
in the chat. He mentioned that I said that and it was early this morning when I had said if we can get back into yesterday's close is where I want to get long. So not only did I say that, but I also in my own notes that. This is yesterday because we had IBIT on there. We had IBIT long yesterday, by the way, 65. How'd that turn out? Where's IBIT right now?
Let me check.
All right, there we go. TQQs, long 105, looking for a dip into yesterday's close. Market in a super trend. Not shorting, lost $1,000 short. Not shorting unless we break this level. Okay, and then by the way, and then our other yesterday, our sticky note had IBIT long 65. So what's going on with IBIT today?
68.
68.
68.42 is the high a day. We're currently trading 68.44.
All right.
So 68s.
So here's yesterday's close as we wrote down. Yesterday, the market closes at what time? 4 o'clock?
4 o'clock. I was going to say 8 p.m., but yes.
So this is the 4 o'clock print right there. 104.71. Yesterday at 4 o'clock. Look for dip into yesterday's close. Get long. Market in super trend. Okay. So here's yesterday's close.
Yep.
Purples are shorts.
Oh boy.
So there you go, right?
Yeah.
If I just get long down here based on own notes.
Yeah. Dude, trust me, man. You know what's funny?
But I gloat too much. I'm not humble enough. You know, this is the thing, man. I just checked back, hand to God, my heart, whatever. The last 2 months, 6 red days. No, but it's fine. It's just that's going to sound like gloating.
No,
I mean,
that's a great
I
stat.
don't know, when we're saying stats, like today, I'm telling you, getting run over. And you just admitted yesterday, getting
I got
run
blown
over.
out, yeah.
That's part of being a trader.
Yeah.
We're going to have hits that take into account. Some traders don't put on enough share size to have
scared to lose.
Emotional, they're scared to lose. And there's traders that all of us know.
You got to get comfy with losing.
Exactly, and so it's just like, that is what it is, man. I mean, we could sit here and say, I want to keep it in the pocket and all this kind of stuff. Some days, you get carried away, and today it's not enough discipline for me. Do not follow the own rules, and when that happens, you get waxed.
It's funny enough that you say that, because you know what my morning plan on Pfizer was yesterday?
I caught that, by the way. Go ahead.
I saw that. That was good. My morning plan on Pfizer yesterday was to get long. I'm like, this is technically breaking out. And guess what? I was like, 2650 support, or 2650, can we hold above this? Then we're going to go to 27. If we get to 27, we hold, we're going to get to 27 halves. These were support and resistance levels on the chart that were already there. These are not arbitrary levels that I'm just spitting out. If you go back and look at the chart, every $0.50 above the 26 was a bit of a level. So guess what Pfizer did yesterday? It broke the 26, holds 26, pushes 26 halves, holds 26 halves, pushes 27s, and then holds as well. I'm getting short all along the way where I'm like, these are prices where if we get above and hold, I should be adding to the long. I should have increased conviction. It's just like, sometimes, man, it's I have a plan, and then I revert the plan. So, sometimes I'm a little too attached to the reversions. But
thanks to everybody in the chat. I'm reading everything that everybody's saying. I mean, it's very nice. And thank you for all of the continued support. I'm
straight fact.
I'm pretty. Yeah, we're just trying to spit fire and truths. At the end of the day, the show is growing, and it's growing huge. And it's because we want to thank all of the viewers and traders that continue to watch us. And we are doing big things behind us. We're improving the studio. We're improving the viewer experience.
Big rings.
It's going to be a visual delight once it's all done. And we are changing somewhat the format of the show, a little bit.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So it's going to be exciting, and that's going to happen. Although yesterday I said it was going to happen today, did not expect Neil to be under the weather again, which is fine. And then Sharif is off tomorrow, and we are planning a sort of a reveal of the new show format coming on Monday.
Ooh, okay.
So join us first thing Monday, as we'll have a brand new sort of format. And what the format is, it's not going to, I don't want everybody to be like, they like the current format, we don't want to change anything. It's similar to everything we're doing. It's just a little different. We're changing up some of the traders that are going to be on at certain times and doing things like that. Different looks. We've had a very great segment in the midday where they go over some of the news and things like that. Maybe we do a little bit of that, a little bit more throughout the morning shows. More ideas, more talking about ideas and trades and different sector watches and just a whole bunch of unique things that we're really excited to do. And so that's coming first thing Monday morning.
Excited, guys.
And we do have another.
You guys better be excited too.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, boy.
I'm excited. Like Neil and I are both excited because it's just change that we've gone through a lot of change.
Yeah.
It used to be just myself doing the show with a green screen. Then we added Neil, and then we've added yourself, obviously, for a long time now. Sharif used to sit on our floor, as did you.
Yeah, I remember where he used to trade. He was right. Yeah.
I was just turn over, and I was just like, look at this guy over here. This guy's wearing a tank top. This guy, he had like the huge muscles.
Yeah.
And I was always, and then the next thing you know, now he's part of the team. So as we continue to grow, the show is going to get bigger and better. Trust me on that one. And then, go ahead.
Yeah, no, the great point by here, just to add on to your point here, thank you for the super chat from KB. Sean, with the PDT rule changing to 2K minimum, I bet your viewership will explode, 100%. And then BJO, thank you for the super chat as well. 10 minutes until power hour.
Yeah.
Buffett 2025. Okay. All right.
Hank
nice. Thank you for the
market.
super chat, guys. But yeah, sorry to cut you off.
Man.
But yeah, definitely with the PDT, we're going to be growing even more. So
there's a lot of old footage. Like I have some old footage on my Instagram, Eduardo, and I think these guys might be putting something together. And it was just I could. Problem with my gram is it's pretty packed up. I'll search through it and see if I can find some stuff for you guys as well on the Instagram. If you go over to @TraderTVSean and just sort of peruse through my profile, you'll be able to see a bunch of stuff. I don't know how to, because there's so much stuff on here. I have to go lower. This is what my gram looks like right now. I put whoa. We have some sticky note every day. The sticky notes are on here as well. So you guys, there's today's. You swipe over and you can get all the notes for today's stocks as well. And then I put up. I probably out of everybody put up. Not probably do put up the most personal stuff on here as well. This is me and my daughter again. I talk about family all the time. Fenway Park. Let's go Red Sox tonight. I don't know Red Sox. This is what Obi.
Yes. Hey-yo, there we are. Dude, you know how long it took us to discover that place, and it was just down the road?
It's a great little beer spot, isn't it?
Dude,
little Italian
it's
spot
awesome.
there.
And you've had their food. Their food is great too.
Yeah. No, it's nothing wrong with that. Here's Randy and I, by the way. This is right when the construction sort of just got started. Anyways, I'm not going to go through this because honestly, there's a lot there. Once I scroll down, I'll find it. But what I do want to show everybody is, and I actually closed it today, so I have to get it back up there. But it's the note that Sharif gives out. All you got to do is hit join right there, and you're going to be able to become a new member. It's $6.99 a month there in the United States, $4.99 a month. There's something about iOS charging a little bit more depending on where you subscribe. So if you go subscribe on Chrome or online, it might be $1 or so different. That's nothing to do with us right there. But there's also this morning research note. So it's the same note that Sharif has. Oh man, what a fail by me, because I closed it and I don't have it up right now, but I'm going to get it in just a quick minute to show everybody what exactly that looks like. Okay, Adara has, there it is. So thank you, Adara, for that. This is what you're going to get. And it's all of this research done. That's just today's. It's a link to, there it is, thank you. It's a link to the PDF. It's got everything on there. It's, Adara helps curate that. It's a big help. We want to thank everybody for doing that. But that's, for $5-6 a month, like it's literally just paying for the distribution of all of this. And we're doing it through YouTube. So it's like Google's going to take a cut of it, unfortunately, as well. But it's a way to support. And some of you are super chatting all the time, and we want to thank you for that. But now just get some information from us. Subscribe to that, man. And then just tell us the feedback at the end of the day. We want to make it as big and badass as possible. So let us know there. Okay, PDT rule, we got that one. Obi, with your knowledge and experience, what is your opinion on Warren Buffett's take on, I don't know what that is. Hi, Sean, you're a handsome beast. Thank you. B. Joe, appreciate that one. For that, I don't know what this is. University of...
No, that's UWU, which is like, it's like a thing. I don't know. It's like a...
Well, if you don't know what it is, there's no
I don't
way
know how to
what it is.
describe it. I don't know. It's like
All right, so thank you to
I don't know the right
everybody
words.
for all of that. But what does that mean? Now I'm going to have to start looking that up.
I don't know.
Okay, nobody knows. Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's nothing negative. And if it is, I don't want to talk about it. All right. We'll go to there was another super chat here for $5. Yo, Sean, brother, don't let the gloat comments. No, I'm playing around with that. The other day, Neil already nailed it on the head. You just got to be who you are. I get excited and. I mean, I trade with a lot of shares, and I get excited when it happens. And now I try to be a little more calmer. I've seen you call out your losses tons of times, so thank you so much. I appreciate that capitally. And yeah, no, I'm just trying to be honest with everybody because you know what? The thing about it is, part of the reason why we don't want to post our numbers is they're so different trader to trader, and so we don't want to be judged by that. It's more about the knowledge and what we're giving to everybody. The second part is that there's so much shit on YouTube and on Instagram and all over the place where people posting like, I made 20 grand today, or I made 15 grand. That's fine. And we've, look, some of us have made that before and some of us are waiting to get to those levels. At the end of the day, it's about education. It's about getting better at what we're doing. And we don't want to be known as, this is what these guys are promoting. It's like, how can I make 10 or 20 grand a day? I'm trying to tell everybody on the show that I want people to trade as a hobby, not as income. I think it's a lot less stress. Once you've mastered your trait, then go for it, man. Then get a prop account, deposit some money, and go nuts. I think the PDT rule will help absolutely everybody. Obi and I are extremely lucky to be able to sit here and I've made today 85 trades. That's going to be something that, at the end of the day, isn't available to everybody. So our style of trading is much different than a lot of the trading that happens out there in the real world.
See, this is what I mean. So I've taken 30 trades. Yeah. So that's a huge difference there. But I think those are definitely some.
We're all doing ourselves. So okay, was that a call for Adara?
I think so. Yeah.
All right, let's go.
This part of the show is brought to you by our friends at Global Beta Pro by Global X Canada, because we have exciting news for sophisticated Canadian traders. Beta Pro by Global X Canada has just launched 6 new triple leverage ETFs offering 3 times bull and 3 times bear exposure, the S&P TSX 60, semiconductors, and U.S. Treasuries. But even better, they are offering a special fee rebate, dropping management fees to just 65 basis points until December 31st, 2025, so the rest of this calendar year. These ETFs also employ currency hedging to seek to neutralize U.S. dollar exposure, providing performance that may more accurately reflect the underlying U.S. equity indices. So if you are a tactical, sophisticated trader who's looking to amplify your performance, check out betapro.ca/3x daily to learn more. Back to you. Make sure to like and subscribe, guys.
Crazy.
Those are the toughest ones, man.
We're just talking about, because I'm about to get stopped out of this short, when we had just talked all about how I liked the long down there. And I'm just looking back, and Obi just said, great. He's like, don't worry about it, you'll get it back tomorrow. And I was just like, yeah, for 100%. We will get this back tomorrow. And it's fine. It's just that sucks to do that. We did get one out there when it broke, or it came into 106. I got 106 proper there. But that was, whatever. That was just, to take a little bit out. But we didn't really take anything out. So now it looks like we're going to blow that top 106.30 to get out on that past wick high that we already sort of made. We're going to play off of it, see if it wants to wind up holding. So, all right. It's now entering power hour. So let's do this. Obi and I have just had a great time talking about everything here, but not much including stocks as far as looking for some opportunities, right? I think we talked about the mental aspect, and I think that's just as important as doing all this. I'm hitting a fresh start on this. Just like I wish I could reset my net. Let's go fresh start on this there today. So all you got to do is get into the chat right now. You just type in whatever you want here. So this is for everybody that's watching. So we'll wipe out everybody that's not here anymore. See you later. Let's go with the traders that are watching us right now. Type in here what you want. Circle, Rigetti. These are going to start to populate here with all Rolls Royce. Oh, that's Rich Tech Robotics. Oh yeah, that's right. This is the Rolls Royce. Where's Fabian? I told him we got to change that Rolls Royce symbol there. I think that is supposed to be Rolls Royce, right? At least that's what's on Neil's front of his car, that symbol right there. But there we go. Put it in, get your names going in here, and then figure it out. Wow, Tesla right to the top again. I just got the note that my car has fully charged downstairs, so that's good. So we're happy with that. Loving Tesla these days. But the stock today is on a downside push. Wow. We were just looking at this at 444 at the beginning of the show. Now 441. Tesla bleeding, man. It was down 3.5 or so.
No, I want to
I'm
comment
so
on...
frustrated, dude, because I should be short, not the market. The market is not a short. Sorry, Obi, go ahead. Just all these stocks. Nvidia's probably going down right now, potentially.
Yeah, Nvidia's kind of dead. Nvidia's sideways. Here's Power Hour. Nothing too crazy, but no, I did want to reiterate your point, because I think you made a great point there, that like people online posting all those crazy numbers and those crazy trades and stuff. And I think that's all great, but I've been watching this. When I was trading at home, I used to watch the show, and the great part of it is like you get the educational value, right? Other people are like, oh, they're posting whatever. Here you get to learn what to do, what not to do. You get to see people's mindsets as in the live market. Like there's so much value in that, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, the other people are like, hey, look at this great fish I caught, right? But this is probably where you're learning how to fish.
Yeah, and then the other thing too is
there's a bit of a like there's some big catches out there. I'm sure there's some big catches. Dude, you see like last year there was a couple like 7-figure intraday trades. I'm just like, whoa, like I want to learn so much from these guys. But at the end of the day, like, yeah, it's just like, okay, that's the mindset. You can't be like, okay, well, I see this $20,000 per day guy, and I want to do exactly what he's doing. But it's more important for you to be like, why is he doing what he's doing? What's the kind of mindset? What's the kind of trading? And how can I take that information and kind of impose that on myself in my own personality? Because everyone's going to trade a little bit differently, right? So I think that's very important. But
we want this break on Tesla.
Exactly. You can't. The breakout on Tesla, yeah. Is it finally? I mean, selling off all day, maybe last hour with a little bit of relief, but
maybe.
Yeah. Oh boy, this Lyft. I got involved in this Lyft a little earlier with that news, and it seems like it's bidding right back up again. I was looking for this consolidation breakdown to come back into VWAP. It was nice while it lasted, but it only gave about like 10, 15 pennies. I was looking for about 30 pennies down to VWAP here. That's sitting just above 22s. We're trading back at 22.5. So it seems like I'm probably gonna be done with this one soon enough. Yeah, let's see. What else are you guys trading? I want to know what's happening. I know a lot of people calling out Intel. So I know Intel is going crazy, man. What a multi-day push on Intel. Intel's still continuing to push some fresh day highs here. So yeah, distinctly different from the rest of the tech sector and chips is Intel. And I mentioned this before as well. Intel kind of does its own thing. Like when it was down in the dumps, it was like, oh, Intel's not doing anything. All tech is kind of blasting. A lot of it's pushing all-time highs or on its way there. And Intel wasn't really doing much. But finally, it's caught a bit of a bid. Finally, it's waking up and kind of coming back from the ashes that it's been in for about the past couple of years. And the bid is finally here. And I was telling Sean, I'm like, oh boy, dude, this is going to hit $40 before we know it. With the way this thing is going, and if this continues to hold within trend, I think $40 is well within a range, at least, well, tomorrow's Friday. I don't think it's going to happen tomorrow, but within the next couple of weeks, if we still hold this bit of a, pop, structure, hold, maybe we get another bit of a pop, structure, hold. The next pop will probably hit 40 if that's going to be the case. But all I'm looking for is this trend to hold. And the trend has been holding pretty nicely because, again, don't forget, we've been consolidating for a couple of years. This consolidation all the way from 2024 August, and then a decent chunk of 2025, and then nice little push all the way back up towards these levels where we did aggressively sell off in July of last year and then April of last year as well. So let's see if we can reclaim some of those aggressive sell areas. That's what I'll be watching for. But yeah, thank you for pointing that out in the chat. Intel fresh highs, absolutely crazy on the higher time frame. What's going on, Adair?
Yeah, here's PCAR. PACCAR moving a little bit here after Axios reports that renewables, hydrogen, transmission products are being eyed for DOE cuts. Looks like PCAR is not responding particularly well to this catalyst. I want to let you guys know as well about a headline that I'm seeing circulate on X. Now, I want to clarify this is an older headline, but be aware of Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk in case it does move on this, because for some reason it's just circulating around now. As of this morning, European doctors had basically said they were going to be recommending Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly's weight loss drugs as first-line obesity treatments. Again, this is an older headline recirculating right now. Eli Lilly did get a slight pop on that, guys. Back to you.
I've been loving some Eli Lilly lately. That's been a great.
It was running like crazy yesterday.
We're
what's it doing today?
Yeah, we're like a couple $100 in the money on our most recent buy. That went down to 630.
Yeah.
And I snapped some up down there. It was crazy. But I also bought at 750, so it's not. But anyways, there's Eli Lilly's chart right there. What's it up today?
It's at 819. So just consolidating. So yesterday, yeah, pretty much sideways. Kind of it couldn't get past prior day's high. That was a bit of a false break, but it couldn't really get past opening range low either. So I think maybe leg consolidation, maybe. I don't know. I'm watching for it, but it seems like this one's poised for maybe 1,000 as well if this kind of continues to hold.
I'm long Tesla.
Take a look at this. Yeah, look at that. 825. This breakout level seems interesting. It's definitely trying to do it. Don't know if it'll happen anytime soon, as we did kind of double top wick this area, but definitely one to watch out for as it consolidates at its highs of the couple legs that we've been getting over the past couple days. So this week, pretty much. So Lilly maybe breaking out higher time frame this week. We'll have to come back to it next week for sure to see if that follow through kind of happened through that $860 level.
All right, so Tesla breaks. I just want to try it now. I mean, we're not going to, go absolutely crazy here with this trade, but it's really lifted itself through that break. This might be enough. Maybe it's done. But I'm going to try. There's the 200 period break. We finally get that break. We're going to get stopped out of the future. They're going to have to. That's money leaving my account, actually. We'll have to slap a fail on what's going to be a break of the futures and then wait to see what happens right here. I was actually going to give it sort of back into this area, which is at about $1 or so. That's 443. So I'd hate to lose on this trade as well. But we're going to give it another go. It's the power hour right now. And I could see this retracing back. To the upside. This is the first time we've seen the 50 period moving, this is the 200 period moving average, this green line. And that's on the daily. Sometimes we've been using that as some kind of an indicator. So we're not going to go hard into this one. I mean, if it falls back in, which it's doing now, not great. But I'm going to try to give this to that break about there. So 442. Unfortunately, it is 70s there, so I'm going to go. Let's just go 64, and we'll stop out of it all. So it looks like it's coming right back in now. Oh man, I can't catch a break today. It looks like, but we didn't go hard into that one. That was worth a try, in my opinion. But here it comes right back in, man. So yeah, it looks like we'll take a little bit of a hit here. We'll try it back here at 443 in case it was like a fake and break type of thing. But yeah, it looks like Tesla making me think that. Again, we're not trading like we normally do because that 200 period on a down stock, and this is hindsight, we're going to get stopped out. Okay, so I'm kind of glad we did actually there. Well, never glad we got stopped out, but that's probably the short, if anything. I just thought it had a chance to go, didn't go. We take a $1 hit. If that thing goes, we're looking for 450, we're looking for up here. So again, I think it's worth the risk, but we just put a little bit more redness onto the account there with that Tesla trade. So I wish I could have been celebrating a $2 winner off that. I thought there was a chance for it to go there. Does not. Fades right back out, and boom, down goes Tesla. So again, pretty good out for us now. Saved myself 80 cents, but not a good one there. Again, we'll stop to fail on that Tesla move. So yeah, Tesla's just a little bit of a waste of time there. At the end of the day, we'll be right on it, but it's not huge. That was only the second time that we tried. I thought we were pretty patient waiting for that, but it doesn't look like it wants to continue that upside trend. And if it does, I think you got to wait for that 440 again for confirmation of a hold. What's up, Adara?
Keep an eye here in TENB and also QLYS, though QLYS didn't really react to this news at all. TENB, though, actually, as you can see here, spiking a little bit. Dan Ives saying that these two names could be potential takeover targets. So Dan Ives eyeing TENB and QLYS as potential takeover targets. Back to you.
Bitcoin, we came on the show, Bitcoin was 120, less than 120. I remember I was like, oh, it's 119.9, and then it was 120. Trend, right? Trend, man. Boom. Wow, IBIT, man. $69 right now for IBIT. That just continues to go. Unbelievable right now. Oh, I should have shorted BTCC since my rant. Oh, no, really, Jeff? What's up to Jeff? What's up to Jeff Josie there? Yeah, I mean, we were ranting about just about 2 o'clock. Yeah, so 29's 30s, yeah. I mean, now it's back. Wow, still a nice move, man. All the way back in, and thank you, Jeff. Oh, was it Jeff? there in the chat. Who did I see say that? Oh no, I lost you already. Anyways, thank you for that comment, whoever that was there, BTC. Oh, there it is right here, Jeff Josie. Oh, because you only said @Sean. If you do my whole name, it shows up like that. Yeah, I should have shorted it, but we had to pay for shorts probably on that as well, right? So I'm not locked and loaded for that short, but yeah, it looks like it's going to stay open for a couple more minutes. Did it just open now? We might have just halted and just reopened right now. Yeah. Look, if this thing breaks this $18, oh, right. Again, it's a brand new IPO, so valuation's always going to come into question. And it is going lower right now, BTCC. So great call out. Thank you for that mention again there, Jeff. And we'll just wait to see where it goes from here. But I think if you're caught long in this, just punch out now. Unless you're long up here, then I don't know if you want to wait. But if you've had this in your pocket and you didn't do anything about it, not great. Yeah, this 18 breaker is a problem. All right, Obi, you seeing anything in the chat or anything you want to go over?
Yeah, people talking about like Hood, maybe Rocket Lab as well. So let's take a look at some of those names because honestly, I'm looking for the next trade, and I don't really see anything too crazy here as of right now. So let's take a quick look at some of these names you guys are mentioning here right away. All right, so Alpha Pack saying, could you please check Quadruple U? So let's take a look at some of this. I think this is a uranium name here. UUUU. Yeah, so strong little push on the day today. Again, this is an hourly chart. So I guess we've been kind of chopping sideways. We're still trading within that range, but good strength on the day today. I think coming in, I guess, off of the open. If you took that pre-market high break, or was that opening range? Let's go to a 15-minute chart. That was opening range. So opening range high is 1650. We're currently trading at 1680s here on UUU, but I know this is a much bigger time frame trade for a lot of people because one of my good friends is definitely long and strong some of these uranium names and for good reason as well. So let's go take a look at a higher time frame. Let's look at the weekly here. Oh boy, you can see this thing has been blasting, absolutely crazy. $10 or $11 breakout that happened, expanding volume as well. This is looking good. This is looking like a strong trend as of right now on Quadruple U. We'll continue with more of the stocks right after we get back from Madera.
I just want to let you guys know here, HUT and ABTC, for context, the companies are kind of connected because HUD8 is an investor in ABTC. The reason I mentioned either is because Eric Jackson of OpenDoor fame just announced that he is going to be doing a live talking about HUT8 and American Bitcoin on Sunday at 8 p.m. So Eric Jackson teasing a live event here on X discussing ABTC and HUT. Back to you.
Okay, that might be something that could definitely bring some interest or attention to the stock for sure. Something to watch out for. Okay, so we got Strav here asking about NEO, or is it NIO? I don't know. We'll see. Let's take a look at this name here. Yeah, another one with a bit of a multi-week trend with a bit of a push in volume as well. I like some of the cars. I don't know about the stock. The stock, or it was a great kind of a short, long when that happened, 2020. But like the short has been much nicer since then. But NEO catching a bit of a curl here. So the question becomes, it's been kind of sideways since about April. You know that we've had that April bid. A lot of stocks have been bidding up and been in an uptrend since April. NEO's just been kind of sideways here. Even if you compare this to what do you call the Hang Seng Index, where the stock actually trades. This is just an ADR. The Hang Seng has been performing much better as well compared to NEO. So that's something that you have to consider as well. But yeah, a little bit of an uptrend, maybe breaking out some of these highs. Will it get back all the way up to its former glory at 66.99? I don't know, man. It's got a lot of tailwind. A lot of headwind to kind of get past, and not much tailwind as of right now, but it's a nice little volume peak there over the past couple of months, it would seem, on NEO. I like that. Decent intraday trader as well. It does crazy amounts of volume. So if you have I don't know, strategies in and around there, around this name, it definitely is very, very liquid. So good call on that one. Bit of an uptrend this week, it would seem, on NEO. You said it's halted again, BTCC. Oh my God. This thing is, it just keeps going, man. I think as long as it kind of stays above that $19 level, like you said, everything is going to chop. It's going to be competitive. It's going to, it's going to be taking out both sides. It can easily take out both sides, I think. So definitely one to watch out for here.
Yeah, halted again to the upside right there, BTCC. So. All right, this is what we're doing. Yeah, Rich Tech Robotics. All right, so this is a name that has been added here. It was one of the top names on our stock visualizer. So let's go over that one. We don't look at this enough. Up 10% right there today. So there's Rich Tech. We'll just pause this for a second. There's Rich Tech Robotics right there listed on here. You just went over U. We can look at NIO. NIO at $8 is mind-blowing because like that was a $3 or $4 name. Yeah. And, what a monster move there. There's no stopping Robinhood. Circle today. Attention to Dara, Circle. Like, I don't know what's going. Yeah, she can't find anything on that one. I knew that. I remember hearing that on the midday show that there was not much on that one. And then I'll just, to give Adair a little bit of a break here.
I mean, crypto's running too, right?
What's going on with Rich Tech Robotics here. Posts on X this morning that as America's dependency on robotics rises, data becomes critical. AI robotics. Okay, so just talking their talk. That's Friday, September 26th, actually. No, that's nothing to do. So Benzinga doesn't have anything about Rich Tech right now. So, I don't know, Thursday, that was last Thursday. So there it is now. Nice move higher there for RR. A robotics name. I think robotics are pretty hot. I chose ARKQ. I always screw that up. Whatever one the ARC Robotics Fund is. This is getting close to a breakout as well, guys. So I would say hold on to this one if you're in it because you are coming up into this level. I mean, look, if you get 550 and you're long somewhere down here, it's kind of looking like a little bit like BBAI strategy right now, where we've already seen some of these tops. So I would say take some kind of profit off. I don't know if 10% is good enough for traders or who trade this kind of style, but I would get something out around this 550 and then let it ride. And if you break through 6, then up jumps the boogie. I actually didn't look at what that short float was on RR. So let me just go quickly on that, just to give you guys an idea what that looks like right now. 19% short with a float of just 73 million. So almost nearly 20% short float on Rich Tech there. So that would be the spark that drives this engine. That's Amazon. I don't know why that just switched over to Amazon, but RR, that would be the spark that spikes that through. So look at it hold the 200 period. Wow, that's on the daily. Wow. You used to always say this. Would you take a look at that?
Look at that?
And look at this, man. That's the 200 period. I mean, if you just bought there at $2, then you are here. We also have this too. Ozane always asks me to do this. Look at that. It hits like right the 200 period moving average right there. It's like it tells you what to do right there. But yeah, Rich Tech, great stock there. All right, NIO and hi-ho, it's off to work they go in the Chinese factories. NEO is just like pumping out winners right there. This is what it looks like on the daily chart. Like I said, $3 was cherry picking. I knew that was the bottom. I mean, I think if anything, the breakout was probably around here, 530, 540. We had just done that in mid-August. Nice upside move there. Continuation into $8. Up 3% today. Yeah, looks healthy to me. I pullbacks into $7. Look at this form. Boom, boom, up. So you could see another one like that into 7 and then breaking back out again. As EVs are what's hot. I mean, we don't need to tell you that. Tesla today, despite having horrible price action, did have better than expected deliveries. So, take that for what it's worth. Tesla shareholders today, not happy, but you got to be somewhat happy with this most recent run up that gave Tesla $480 today. Down $40. Can you believe that from the high? $40 on Tesla, down 10%, virtually 10% from that high that was made in the pre-market when those deliveries came out. But that is very much cherry picking. If you somehow knew to short that, then that's great. But if we do zoom in, I'm not going to say that that's not an impossible short, Obi. Right there, double touched it. Then the break, I think this is a much more reasonable short rate.
In the pre-market, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, I was looking at it, but I hesitated because I was just like, I don't know if I really should be shorting this. This could blast up to 480 right off of the open. I don't necessarily want to do that, but the action was definitely like speaking to me. I was just like, oh boy,
Are you going to talk about Circle or no?
I think we're going to her now.
Circle.
Okay, so just quickly, we're going to go to Darren in 1 second. I just want to bring this up because I don't know if this is true, but 16%. Circle went into partnership with German Bourse Group for their USD and USD1 stablecoins. That would spike it up. So he tagged us at Darren, but you can go find. I don't know. Partnership with German. Okay. Are we going to Adair anyways, Andre? Okay, let's go to Adair.
I mean, keep an eye on Jazz Pharmaceuticals, not as glamorous as Circle, but this is like right now just kind of basically flat on the day. A little bit of price action here. FDA approving the company's one of the company's treatments here for extensive stage small cell lung cancer. So JAZZ pharmaceutical play here. I'm going to keep looking into Circle. Back to you.
All right. Yeah. No. Thank you very much. Yeah. That Circle move is absolutely crazy. I think I didn't really find much news on it either when I was looking at it earlier, but I think we looked at some of the crypto names. Bitcoin is running. What's the other one? Coinbase is in a similar chart. 4 or 5%. Right? Yeah. How crazy is that? And we know the relationship that Circle has with crypto as well. So I think it's a bit of maybe a sector kind of a move, if you want to call it that. But yeah, I think that's a bit of a push there for sure. Something to watch out for.
121, man, almost all-time highs again. So
yeah, what, like 4K away from 5K away from all-time highs, well within range. That could wipe up there if Bitcoin sneezes. You know what I mean? Like it's well within range. Boom, 5K right there. It is.
That just happened.
Yeah, exactly. So yes.
Sorry to interrupt. I found a story on Circle, but it's like literally 2 days old. I guess apparently Deutsche Börse is partnering with Circle on stablecoin rollout in Europe. That is all I am seeing here. That is most recent story. And again, some of it was circulating as of 12 hours ago, but it started circulating on Tuesday morning. This is an old catalyst, nothing else.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, thanks for looking that up. So yeah, validating our chat there, mentioning that this was possibly the story, but as Adara mentioned, a couple days old on that one. So I don't know, man. There's no earnings tonight, as far as I know, or anything like that. Yeah, we're going to talk about all of these plays here on the Market Recap Show. Join Adair and myself live at 4 o'clock into 4:30. We'll talk about some of these plays. We'll talk about the recent IPO FRMI, Firmy. We'll talk about what the moves today in the oil space, the move today in Bitcoin and in crypto. We'll discuss some of those more broader market kind of stuff. I mean, it's been quite a wild day when you're looking over. The banks have been downside for the majority of the day. Get out of here, advertisement. We need to develop our own hot list, or what do they call this again? Heat map. Stock heat map, is that what they call it? Yeah, so I just love looking at this. It gives you a very, very good, broader look. And you can also go by sectors as well.
I can make that for you in 15 minutes with the help of the GPTs and perplexities.
Obi, I'll give you 20 minutes, okay?
Boom.
That's how much I like you, okay? But yeah, so Bristol Myers 3% down today as some of these healthcare names. We talked about Eli Lilly there. Derek just brought us Jazz Pharmaceutical. That's not going to make this list, but yesterday this was super hot. Healthcare was monstrous. You look at XBI or IBB or anything like that. XLV yesterday was pretty big. You can look at the names that are in the dark red. They're the ones that are really leading the way today. So Tesla in consumer durables and GM to the downside there. GM's been really amazing stock. I mean, if you look at the way that stock's been moving around, I like Mary Barra over there, their CEO. Very, very good, management of working through the tariffs. I mean, she came out and said the tariffs weren't going to affect them. They had a plan for that. And it looks like they've been right about GM, straight up to the upside there. Nice to see retail battling back a little bit today. Costco's still red, but still, we had a lot of redness on the board. Target as well. What's Target's price? We had that buyout possibility, or levered buyout. There was a rumor there the other day. Went from 87 to about 90 and then back in yesterday, but I see Target up now today, 0.5%, and that one seems like it wants to go as well. So yeah, just a little bit of a look there. Stock heat map, get that all figured out. Obi, you now have 18 minutes left to develop one of those new ones.
Oh, you want me to make one right now? I mean, I technically could.
No, I'm just joking.
But
I'll focus on some trades here. All right, what's going on, Adara?
So I looked a little more into the stablecoin thing, and I still don't have anything definitive for you guys, but we know there's that Token 49 event happening right now, and I guess Bo Hines, who's part of the crypto regulation team over in the U.S., he said that apparently, they're moving at tech speed to work on these regulations. Again, there doesn't really seem to be any quantifiable or qualifiable news here other than apparently they're going to be working on this. Now apparently he's actually stepped down from his government role, and so he's actually become part of Tether. Either way, I mean, Bo Hines does have the government connections there. He's talking about, oh, Genius Act went well, now crypto will keep moving faster. It's all pretty vague, and I don't know if this is the story, but really, guys, I am sorry I cannot find anything else, but I'm sharing with you everything I have. Back to you.
Thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Dara, for that one. Yeah, I mean, these stablecoin stories, I think, are still in the early days. I mean, we had talked about Robinhood and Vlad Tenev talking all about stabilizing or getting a lot of things on blockchain, so on and so forth there. And tokenizing is the word I'm looking for. And, that's going to be, the help of that is going to be stablecoins as well. So I'm excited for all of that. Tesla, Apple, Meta, Microsoft, 3 big names today, all moving sort of in different directions. The odds now for the Fed rate cut, by the way, we talked about this a little earlier, but we always get new viewers. Thank you for everybody that's been with us absolutely all day. That's 98%. So for October, 98%, I just want to make sure I was on it. 98% there for October with, actually, I think Adair reported this is the other way around. She said there was 2% chance of a 50-point rate cut. That's 2% chance of no rate cut. So it's the other way around. And then if you go into this, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So maybe there's a little bit of an alter there. And then if you go back into December, then that's the 90% chance that we have gotten that 50 basis points. So,
yeah, it looked like the opposite earlier. So that big candle was on the other side, and they were pricing it at
right
50
here.
basis points. So that's weird that it's like flop now.
Yeah, so I think it's just probably with the government shutdown. It's I just wanted to report, not that we had it, I shouldn't have said that you had it wrong, just that now it's opposite. Yeah, so, I'm not, honestly, this could say anything it wants. That doesn't really matter. 98%, we've been sitting here. That number will dramatically change, though. I don't think it'll be that high by the time we get to October. I still think that there will be some discussion of a rate cut by itself, or the data is so bad that they're talking 50 points. So I wouldn't, 98% is almost as certain as it gets, Obi, and I don't want to play against this number here, but I don't think it's going to be that high once we get into that last week of October. That's just what I think. I think there'll be some more uncertainty, and that's not rocket science to say that. I just think that is more than likely going to change and not be as certain. And again, as the government remains shut down, we're going to get less data. And as we get less data, that provides less certainty to what these, federal members of the federal board, federal rate committee, are going to monetary committee are going to decide for the monetary policy. Yeah. So that's what I think. It's going to be difficult. And then if you look at call sheet today, we talked about this. Let me just refresh this. Now look, remember what it was earlier? 12 days. Yeah. So now you're up to 14 days now. Is the expected forecast on how long this is going to last. And remember, it was right here more or less than 10 days. That was 60-40. So now we're going the other way a little bit here on the odds. So it's not looking great. The government, or at least the people that are betting and running the Kalshi market, thinks that this is, there we go, we got stopped out of our futures, that they're thinking that this is going to extend greater than that 10 days that we had. As our poll. So not great there for that. Circle continues to go up.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. I didn't expect yesterday to shut down. I actually thought they weren't shut down.
Government?
Yeah. I think I just misinterpreted.
Have you not seen our thumbnails?
No, I saw that afterwards, but then I was just like, oh boy. It's unfortunate they can't just, their shutdown doesn't reset the next day like ours, you know what I mean? I'm only shut down for a day, so the government, they gotta run their business a little bit better, to say the least. I'm joking. Where's the next trade, man? Now, that's what I'm looking for. We're well into power hour. It's about 3:30. Nothing's really happening. This lift is just, I guess it's slowly lifting to the upside. Nothing crazy. The market as well is lifting a little bit to the upside. So reversion, oh boy, talk about a 30%, 50% reversion. We might even push into a 66 reversion. I'm curious to know how some of these imbalances look like coming into the end of the day here with some of the strong direction we've had on some of these stocks. There's one specific stock that I'm really interested interested about in terms of what the imbalance could potentially be. But before that, let's take a look at this one. I know a lot of people were talking about this stock here. USAR, USA Rare Earth. So Rare Earth is pushing up here pretty aggressively on the day. Pretty much only selling, only buying, no real selling throughout the day. Let's take a look at some of these other stocks as well. I know MP Materials, kind of in the similar sector. Okay, that's a bit of a bid. What else are there? MP Materials, I guess USAR,
LAC.
LAC? Yeah, I guess, yeah, lithium.
That's the one
that one was running yesterday, yeah.
Every day.
But yesterday, this was an absolute banger short yesterday. If you had the pre-market low breakdown as well on that one. And yeah, we were talking about like, was it Firmy FRMI?
Yep.
FRMI? FRMI, yeah. And again, we were having a conversation in the pod earlier this morning around lunchtime, and I think we all kind of agreed that this was by far one of the top trades of today. Was a little bit of a short breakdown on Firmy here, because yeah, a little bit aggressive push and hold in the pre-market, and then just a simple pre-market low crack end of day, not end of day, after hours low crack as well through the 34. So 35s, 34s, and even down here maybe 33s as well, taking it through the closing price of yesterday just below 33. So that thing came in absolutely beautiful off of the open, and yeah, a little bit of a weakness. We saw that IPOs not as hot as they were, I guess, at the beginning, a couple of months ago, right? What was the hottest one? There was Figma, there was Fla, there was Circle, of course, CoreWeave.
The thing about all those companies is CoreWeave was like highly
AI
anticipated.
hype, yeah.
Yeah, and they also had current revenues, they had current customers, and all of that, right? I mean, they're getting literally $100 billion deals from Nvidia right now.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like huge amount of money being transferred over there into CoreWeave and whatnot. So yeah. Oh my God, where is Ram? I don't call her Ram. I call her Ramin, but Ramin's here. Here, Ozan, I'll give you this though. Ozan always wants this one. We're all here, baby. Well, besides Sharif, Joe, and Neil. Everybody else is here.
Hey, you.
Oh man, I was like, we're all here. No, we're not. Just me and you here right now, and Adara, of course. Yeah. Here, as you guys can all see.
So I have the software ready.
What do you mean?
The one you were talking about. So the chat was like, "Oh, Obi can't do this." But here's the thing: I'm gonna need. I don't have Python or anything installed on this computer, so it's not gonna be able to necessarily run. But yeah, I'll have to install some stuff and get it ready. But yeah,
who cares if you slow it down? Just install whatever you want.
Yeah. How much time? I mean, we still got some time. We got 28 minutes.
If you think you can do just a little bit of something,
I just have to put the Trader TV logo on there.
Why?
And that's the last thing.
No, but eventually we'll put the Trader TV.
Yeah. You just want to see the software. Okay, cool.
Just any kind of a heat map.
Let's see how this works.
Obi, it doesn't even matter. Just any kind of a heat map.
All right.
Don't worry about branding it or anything right now, okay? I'm just already impressed that you can just build a heat map like that.
You can build it. Like, that's the beautiful thing about these LLMs. Like, they're language professionals. So if I'm just like, build me a standalone I can tell you what prompt I gave it. I was like, take a look at this live heat map of the market. I didn't even give the FinViz. I missed on giving it the FinViz map. I didn't even give it the map. So it gave me, I was like, look at this heat map of the market. So it was probably like, yeah, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, but I know what he means.
Heat map are you talking about?
And I'm like, I need you to make me a standalone program which will display this exact layout and extract and fetch current data from Yahoo Finance and display it. Make it thorough and have customizable features. Let's see how it does. I don't know.
It's not going to work, dude.
We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, I hope
it is that easy. So the thing about you just got to know how to prompt some of these things. I'm sure there's going to be errors. I'm sure I'm going to have to go back and forth for a little bit to clean that out. But other than that,
that's what I'm telling you. Like, don't worry about the fine things.
Just yeah.
Like, let's just see.
Hey man, you want a Trader TV heat map? I'll get you one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
That's my guy over here. Shout out to Obi. Okay, so Tesla right now. This is basically one of the only trades that we had tried. We've been into the short here. Oh yeah, that's right. I still have long AMD. The amount of shares, I don't have very many shares left. We talked about having 2% left on AMD. So we were waiting for VWAP to do something. It didn't pull back into VWAP. That's where we were waiting to get longer at 169. We talked about trying to buy strong stocks when they were doing some nonsense at VWAP. So that was something that we would have been doing, but unfortunately it didn't come through, so we're holding that little small piece. I don't have any offers out, but now that we've sort of lifted into the highs of the day again, this is not a bad spot right now. AMD up 4%. Just quickly, Intel as well. Holy. Wow. I hope people aren't upset at Neil or myself or anybody, because yesterday we were sort of talking about ring and said registers on Intel because, again, it got into a key level. Those of you that held, look, I think both of us, Neil will be in here tomorrow. I think we both got out. I'll talk for myself. I got out of 10% here at 30 and 10% here again at 35.80. We got out at $30.80 the first time it came into this. Then we got out yesterday when it came into that. And then now I said the next level is actually 42. So I think tonight or whatever, if I can get an offer or something in and around 42 bucks, which not if I can, I'll put an offer there at 42 bucks. And then if we can get that, then fine, and then fine, and then fine. And then I'll go see Big Spile there, Big Kyle Burdett, who's on vacation, and we'll take a vacation with Intel money. Intel's been a monster, man. It's funny because Brian Shannon and myself were joking, kidding around about the 40-year anchored VWAP. Well, it did come into play down into here. I don't trade specifically off VWAP, off an anchored VWAP on a daily chart. I'll leave that to those. I'm just looking at support and resistance, and then the 50 period and the 200 period. So it was a risk when it broke down below that, but I could not ignore this bottom that lasted basically a whole year. So we were mad at ourselves for not getting out at these pops, which is why we're trying to learn from said mistakes and trying to get out of these pops right now. So, all right, I'm trying to scalp out a little bit more here. We did put on a trade in the futures again, right up and around here. I'm gonna start to scalp some out. The position I have in this is decent position. If you say 1,000 shares, it'll be more than that. If you say 2,000 shares, it'll be under that. Say 1,500, it'll be more than that. So it's just small amount of shares, not small amount, it's a decent position here. But like, if I have 2,000 shares and it's in the money 20 cents, it's 4 bills. So we're making a little bit of money back right now. And you know, some of the size, maybe I did add a little bit more to it because we were getting frustrated. But let's just see if the TQs can make a move. Give me those 11s. You give me.
Ayo.
Ayo. Yeah, we've got some shares on board there, Obi. Oh. I'm trying to let you do your own thing here because I am very excited for what you're building us. I want to thank you for doing that.
I just have to install some stuff, so that's probably going to take longer than expected. But it's pretty much the base of it is done. I just gave it a bunch of some more edits just to be like, it was getting data from places where I'm just like, that's going to be way too slow. I'm like, okay, get your data from here, get your constituents of both. So it's like usually that's an S&P 500 heat map, or it's like a sector heat map. So I wanted to do a sector heat map as well as an S&P 500 heat map, and then maybe a NASDAQ map as well. Maybe different, like customizability, right? So we can get specific with what we're looking for there as well. So yeah, I'll get it done relatively soon. But yeah. Let's get back to trading here. What are we looking at going into the close? Let's take a quick review of some of these Mag 7 names here. And going on to that conversation we were having earlier about the fastest adopted technology, AI is the fastest. Because I think the measurement that they used was adopted by 25% of the US population the fastest. And AI is blowing past all sorts of past technologies.
So the only problem I have with that is that how are most people using AI? Like large language models, that's where you're getting the stat from. There's people asking ChatGPT questions.
Yeah, because instead of like Google search, right? Instead of going on to Reddit.
But was Google search not really AI anyways?
Well, now they're trying to do that with like, okay, you search now and the first response is the AI response. So they kind of mitigated a little bit of that, but yeah, I think definitely. I think it still counts as that, right? I don't know if they're using those stats in a way being like, okay, well, if you're using Google to search now, we're also going to include that in AI usage. I don't think they did that, but
I was going to say, like, there's just so much more about AI than just simply like, what you're doing is cool. Like, I think the code.
Yeah, there's so much more. We've only just scratched the surface, and it only gets better and better every day. So I think.
I mean, that's why. I mean, is that
Learn
why
for some great
quantum
times,
plays just keep on doing what they're doing?
I think so. Like, I think if we make somewhat of a breakthrough, which I know everyone has a different kind of.
Why is 2,000 shares such a thing here? 106 times 2,000 shares. $200,000 position. It's not
on the book. Yeah,
on
yeah.
the queues.
Yeah,
It's not huge. Some people in the chat, like, the buying power that we have is hold that.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, anyways, about AI. So what inning do you think we're in? Like, there's a lot of people that talk about an AI bubble.
For sure. I think in terms of like hype and stock and stuff like that. Because think about it, the internet was a bubble, right? But the internet was in its infancy. The internet is so much more than it was in 01. Right, in 2001, and then coming off of that as well, the internet kept on growing and expanding and getting even better while the market flushed off because it was a little overhyped, right? So I think in terms of I can't speak for the market because I don't know what the market's going to do. In terms of the technology and in the process of development that we are in when it comes to these things, I think we're just straight up in infancy. We're in the infancy.
Okay,
we're in the infancy.
You're
we haven't
about
seen anything.
Very, very.
We have
early
not
times.
seen anything yet. Trust me.
All right, Obi. It's time for your specialty.
Yes, sir.
So let's go awesome.
Boom.
It's football. Tonight,
Yes.
we have a game.
Let's go. I'm watching.
Tonight's game. I just don't want to get down futures right now. Tonight's game is your San Francisco 49ers at the Los Angeles Rams. So right now we have the Battle of California going on here. We got San Francisco, VLA right there tonight. Obi?
Yes, sir.
Who's winning this game? Want me to zoom in so you can see the helmets?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
SF or...
So that's San Francisco, LA Rams. And the at means they're at home.
Oh, so the Rams are at home.
Yes.
Ooh, that definitely changes a little bit of probabilities. But like, what are their stats? How many games have they won?
Yeah,
I mean, if
there's
we're
right here.
call.
They're both 3-1.
They're both 3-1. Okay. All right. Okay.
And
Cool. It's right there. It's right there.
I mean, I was going to look up the spread, but I don't know if that really matters to you. How many points is a touchdown?
5 points.
5. Okay. So we're not going to worry too much about the spread.
I have no idea.
We're just going to. I just need a call. It doesn't.
Okay, so I'm going to go straight up with the 49ers.
There it is. You've got it right there. Boom. Make your bets tonight. The San Francisco. I like that call. The San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah. They're going to beat them at their house.
In their house.
Their house.
And that's very possible.
Yeah.
You know what their stadium is called?
You'll
never know. SoFi Stadium.
Oh.
Where the LA Rams play. Does that change your mind at all?
No.
Okay. There we go. The girlfriend's
imbalances.
calling. Oh, imbalances. Yeah. Well, hey, we're married to Mother Market.
Of course.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Imbalances in less than 10 minutes. What's up, Adara?
Uber actually popping a little bit here. Apparently they purchased a Belgian startup called Segments.ai. What this company does is they, I guess, specialize in labeling sensor data for autonomous driving, and they're cash flow positive. So Uber buying that startup. I want to bring your guys' attention to brand new infographic on X at TTV Research. This shows the vehicle deliveries for Tesla's other vehicles category. So basically everything that is not a Model Y or a Model L that they sell. Now this, much like all of the Tesla deliveries, took a nice push to the upside this quarter. You can check this out on X at TTV Research, as well as how it compares prior to this quarter, because it's all in a nice little thread there. Again, X at TTV Research. And make sure to join Sean and myself for the market recap in 17 minutes. Back to you.
Happy about the 49ers pick?
Why?
I have no idea.
The 49ers they're one of the most traveled teams. Like, they have a lot. So there's the Cowboys.
Yeah, so they move around a lot.
No, I just mean because
they're winning games?
They're well loved. Like,
okay.
The fans travel well. So I think there's many more San Francisco 49er fans than LA Ram fans. The most supported teams, and it goes back to the history of the NFL.
Yeah.
San Francisco, they had this great quarterback. You may have heard of him before, Joe Montana. No.
Of course, Montana.
Okay, good. Yeah. Not the state. He used to be a player. And then Steve Young as well.
Is he from Montana?
Okay, forget it. I don't know where Joe Montana is from, to be honest with you.
How young is Stevie Young?
Forget it. Old
boy.
now. Okay, maybe 55 now. Okay. Anyways, their new quarterback, Brock Purdy.
How is he?
He was actually drafted as one of the last players drafted in the NFL.
And he's doing well?
But he just signed like a $300 million deal or something.
So he plays?
Yeah,
This guy plays?
He plays. He plays very well. Brock plays very well. And they have one of the best running backs in the league was CMC, Christian McCaffrey. So anyways, let's just move on and talk about this. AMD is near the highs right now. I'm going to snap out of the AMD trade. And again, the reason why we have imbalances coming now in 5 minutes, and that's going to give us the over-under on some of these plays. And I just, you know, if AMD comes out, it's pretty much a 50-50 thing. I'm starting to exit. I only have half of this position left now, a little bit less than that on the TQs because we emptied out the clip. It was just too much. It's not even, like I'd mentioned there, we'll take a couple $100, whatever, put that in our pocket. We're still going to be red on the day. It's not the great day today, but that's what we wound up doing. It came back into 106, and we already seen this level. So I'm hoping that it cracks lower, but it didn't. So these are all basically 100 shares out. So now we'll just wait to see if it can come back into the downside there as we continue to go. So the imbalances will come out and they'll bust probably higher today, which is why we started to exit out. I don't know which way it's going to go. More buys than sells. These are all on New York right now, so those are going to change once the imbalance does come out. But it's like if it's a huge imbalance to buy, this will just rip my face off and just go all the way up to the upside and we'll get smoked. So I don't need to be carrying this trade into something that I can't control. So hopefully it comes out as a sell and we'll have a downside play. But for AMD, like we were just talking about, I think it's worthy enough to get an out. So I'll just put an out right here. We'll offer 74s. All right. The reason why I offer always a penny higher or lower or bid lower is that we get the rebates. So it won't be worth it if it goes down from here. But basically, if it comes up and hits me at 74, then I'll get, and again, I don't have 1,000 shares of this. I told you I only have 2% left. So if we get filled now on ARCA, there we go. Now we'll get rebates there. So that'll give us roughly $1.80 to $2, depending on, you talked about gates a little bit earlier. Depending on what gateway you're on, we'll pay you. So instead of me just marketing in or hitting the bid, something like that, and paying your $2.50 to $3 per 1,000 shares, instead I'll just do it that way. And make that rebate. But sometimes if you miss the rebate, it's not worth it because 1 penny is 1,000 basis points when I'm talking about getting $2.50 for a rebate. So it's not worth it to miss. All right. Hopefully these features can come back in just a few minutes to go. Obi, you're not in. Oh, you still got Lyft. So
yeah.
We haven't talked about that.
It's not really working, but it's probably gonna stop me out. I mean, Target was VWAP, but it's doing everything I really don't want to see right now. So I'm just kind of letting it do its thing. And yeah, the stop's in, everything's good to go. But yeah, no, the Tesla, we were talking about looking out for Tesla imbalances. It's trading pretty much at the day's low. This thing is going absolutely crazy to the downside here. We talked about pushing into prior day's lows. We're pretty much below that now, coming into, what was the week open here? I think, where's Monday? Monday right there. So yeah, we're trading well below week open. So the weekly is definitely a little red on here. Maybe a little excitement off of the open, being like, oh boy, we're finally gonna get a strong green week. But yeah, I think I was looking for that long, man. But that pre-market action, I hesitated getting short like we talked about earlier. And oh boy, straight to the downside as of right now on Tesla. Let's take a quick look at Nvidia as well. Nvidia, I think it was good off of the open, but not what we were looking for. I was looking for a distinct push, but sideways, just consolidating within its opening range, right? So nothing too crazy happening there on Nvidia on the day today. But guess what? We've made a very strong range and traded within it. Pretty much an inside day, if you want to call it that. So the range automatically becomes a little bit more important to me. 91.05 highs with 188.27 lows. I'm curious to know what we do in and around those prices coming into tomorrow as well. So hopefully that'll be interesting as well. Microsoft, I know this one has been fading off as of recent, going back into that $500 level all the way from I think it was that 520 breakdown. But guess what? We're finally kind of trying to push back into that 520 breakdown level from much earlier on Softy today. strong puke. I don't know if there was news intraday on this one, but a little bit of a reversion that did happen. Not all the way back in, but holding below opening range lows on Microsoft. And then last one, let's just take a quick look at Amazon, and oh boy, what a reversion on this one. The bid, if you were looking for one, was definitely one. There was one on Amazon, and we were talking about that 222 price just a few days ago, and another bit of a magnet pulling into the yearly opening price of Amazon at 222s. Sure, we kind of extend a little bit above. 222.81s is the day high on Amazon, with 218.95 as the day low. So beautiful, beautiful reversion that did happen. So shout out to anybody who caught that long. Bit of a miss on my part there. And just an honorable mention here when it comes to tech names. Intel is the strongest chip name on the day today. Pretty aggressive. Let's see, from the day low to current day high, about a 5.8% move, so almost 6% on the day from day lows, not the open and not from prior day's close, but just the range on the day from the low to the high has been about 6%. So absolutely crazy strength on this one, obviously distinctly different from that of Nvidia, although Nvidia is still well within range of its all-time high. So pretty good stuff there. Let's see, we only have about 4 seconds, oh boy, for a little bit of imbalance action. There it is.
Uneventful. Let's sell side a little bit here as the market's, I don't want to jinx this, man. All right, I'm going to get some, okay, bidding some more out at 01s. All right, I don't know if we have diamond hands or not, but it looks like we do get a sell side imbalance there. Google sell side, Amazon sell side. Let's just see. I mean, the market did make a move down. We are going to cover a little bit more. Only got 600 shares left. We'll see if it makes a move lower on that one. Amazon downside as well, 221.40. That's making a move down. I was actually wondering about Chipotle Mexican Grill. This name has been really beat up, and I was thinking like to myself, like I walked by. I went after the gym. I went for an extended walk a little bit because the weather.
Yeah.
And Chipotle, dude.
Yeah.
Right there on University, right where all the hospitals are, right, south there.
I think I've only been to Chipotle like twice ever in my life.
There's one down there. Maybe you and I will go one day if you want to go. It was rammed.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I want to do some more channel checks on that, but this is a stock. Look at this on the daily chart. It's just been smoked to the downside. And I know that we've had stocks like Kava and maybe Starbucks downside as well. And I know that retail is not super strong. And the more the government delays or the shutdown continues, the more of a problem I think some of these restaurants will be, because, again, you furlough 700,000 workers sitting at home. Chipotle, that's not great for Chipotle. That's great for Uber Eats and things like that, which eventually, I guess, could filter into Chipotle. But they need the walk-in traffic, I feel like. A lot of the locations are in high-density spots, and that's what sort of created the huge run-up in this name during COVID and everything like that, just before COVID. And then the drop as COVID happened is when you got Chipotle and names like that, where they lost all their foot traffic. So it really hasn't recovered. They lost Brian Nickel as well. We can zoom back out at Chipotle. It's split, so I'm not going to use our charts for that. But this is just an interesting name down here at 40, 41 bucks. Looks like it can maybe get going. And I don't at me at this if it continues to tank. But I think this might be something that I'm going to look at a little bit longer and see if I can take a Chipotle trade and then use this 38 or whatever as our bottom. Might be an options play, but I'll talk to Joe about that, because I like Chipotle, and I think that there's not just the food. I think it's good. I don't know if the value's there. It's probably not, but it's been pretty good every time I've gotten it. I get a salad, and it's been pretty good there. Okay, so falling back in. Let's see if these futures want to give it to us.
I think,
we don't have Greg's. I've never heard of that. We have Freshie. Freshie is like the most popular spot in my house. My daughter loves it. They make the salads, and you can get Subway just introduced bowls as well. You like
really? Like poke bowls?
Yeah, poke.
Yeah, they're cool. They're cool. They're not too bad. Yeah. No, I like that. Let's see. What's I like there's a place. This is the Relation just down just around the road.
I got
it's
that.
Okay, they're pretty good.
Down the road, it's like attached to it.
It's part of the same building. Yeah. Down the pathway, down the alleyway. Excuse me.
At the end of the alley, make a right.
At the end of the alley, it's right there. But yeah, no, I like their karage.
Me too.
Their karage is pretty good. Karage burgers, love those. But yeah, no, good stuff there. For sure. Another one that I've only recently been to, and if they traded publicly, I would very much go long. is a, oh my God, Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, not public.
Chick-fil-A. I know, they're not public. But I went in there and I saw how things are run and how, dude, talk about fast food.
Oh,
I order, literally less than 120 seconds later, it's in my hand. They're so effective. They're so efficient. And what was crazy was they have garbage compressors. It's just a simple, small things.
To get rid of.
Not even that. So I couldn't put my garbage in for 5 seconds because it said compressing the garbage. So they have a machine that takes the garbage and they just pushes it down.
Smart.
So they have to they take it out less.
It's less work for
it's
the
less
employees,
work.
Easier for you. You're not.
It's more effective. It's more efficient, right? It's just. Dude, if they were publicly owned, publicly traded, but they're privately owned, I would definitely be long and strong.
Spicy chicken, or
I've tried a few different things. The spicy chicken's good, yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
I just don't know if some people get the spicy, the regular. I don't mind the regular. They put. Are they the ones that put the pickle on the top? Oh no, that's Mary Brown's.
So. Yeah, they're pretty good as well.
They have that in the States.
Mary Brown's is great.
All right, let me know if you guys like the Chipotle idea. I don't think that's horrible there. Yo, Sadiq, what's up, Sadiq? Yeah, look, Marvell is I don't know, we can look at SMCI, but Marvell is like, that's my guy right here. If you go back and you look at anything that I posted on Twitter or live here on the show, we've been talking about Marvell for weeks. And I was talking about it so much that we bought it pre-earnings. I liked it so much, and it fell back down. And I also did the same thing. Obi?
Yes. What's up?
It's happening.
Oh, boom, it's happening.
It's happening.
Oh my God, it's happening.
Only a couple hunch left, but we just got a nice fill down there at 90, so the futures are falling back in. Yeah, no, I was going to say, that's a good one, the rebound in Marvell. The rebound in Lulu, not so much. This one here, I don't know, man. We had bought we nibbled in this one. We weren't feeling the greatest about this trade anyways before we got in this, but basically the very next week, we got spanked in a Marvell. Now Marvell's working out. We were able to buy the dip in that. And I did the same thing in this one. So we bought a little bit before the earnings. It went down. We did our 3-day rule. I think we got more long, probably about 162, 163, 164. I'm not sure the exact price. It did actually go a little bit lower after that, after the third day, and I was like, oh my God, I bought more of this thing. And now it's back up to the upside. Nike earnings saved it a little bit potentially. We got in a couple bumps up over the last couple days. But yeah, Lulu's still in trouble. It just needs to break this 50 period. Then I think we can get back above to at least pre-earnings of 210 or so. But this is a call that we made on earnings. So again, we'll pat ourselves on the back for Marvell, but then, Lululemon eating some of that lunch there on that play. Okay, buddy, we made back a lot of money there today on this play. I still wish we still had the full boat, but I don't. Nice move there on the futures to end of the day. Obi, what you got?
Yeah, man, I'm watching this lift going into the close. Nothing too crazy, man. Great show there. But yeah, don't forget. They trade the pool. Beat Ackman live trading competition is here. October 8th to the 10th, every day, Ackman makes his move. Your mission? Outperform him. Beat his run. Prove you've got what it takes. Then the grand finale on October 13th, broadcast live here on Trader TV with Trade the Pool team live in the studio, and over $600,000 in prizes are up for grabs. 25K, 50K, even 100K valuation accounts, plus surprise giveaways during the live show. Don't just watch, compete, beat Ackman, win big, scan the QR, and start trading today. So yeah, that's very exciting. That's going to be very interesting as well. I can't wait for that. I definitely want to take a shot at that. Am I going to beat Ackman? Probably not. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll see. We'll see what he's up to as well. So yeah. Hopefully you guys have had a solid day today here in these markets. Absolutely crazy kind of action there off of the open. Very, very strong sellers coming in across the board. We saw that happen on Nvidia. Nvidia, I don't know, it was very enticing for us to be like, okay, well, all-time highs, this could go if it goes, and guess what? It didn't really go. So, excuse me, maybe not today is the day. That's what I'm thinking. Probably not today, yeah. So we'll see. We'll look at it tomorrow, coming into the end of the week. Maybe it pushes a little bit higher as well at the same time. So just watching this lift, man. Lift seems like it's not really doing what I'm looking for, and we only have a couple of minutes left until the close. it's probably going to stop me out. It still hasn't stopped me out here just yet, but I'm just waiting for that to potentially happen in the next minute or so. But yeah, Intel coming in real hot on the day today. That was a great runner as well. Let me know in the chat, what did you guys trade today? What was your top stock? We kind of talked about what we thought was, what I thought was a potential top op today. There's the stop out there, stopping me out on the lift as it did get lifted to the upside. We did kind of hold and push a little bit higher. I didn't expect it to get past, get back up through 60s, but that's fine. It was a sell imbalance as well. That's what I was looking at. It was a sell imbalance, about 1 million sell imbalance on Lyft, and then we did get a little bit of a pull back in, but then bids right back up. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, a bit aggressive on the ads, but it is what it is there on that one. People
frozen?
talking about circled. No, I don't think so. I was frozen earlier today. I was frozen earlier today, and I had to relog, like log back in for that one.
Oh no, that's because I logged in over there. I'm an idiot.
Okay. Yeah, you just got to. I think if you relog, you'll.
I gotta go punch out over.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, I'll see.
No worries. We only have about a few
update.
seconds left, so 15 seconds to be specific. I didn't see the QR code saying ChatGPT. I'll smoke Ackman. All right, man. We'll put up the QR code for the trade the pool soon enough. 3, 2, and 1. There it is. Thank you very much. The bell brought to you by Beta Pro by Global X. Don't forget that. So, all right. So Lyft, yeah, it didn't really work out there. So that was a loss on my part there. But guess what? Couple losers today that I dealt with. So Lyft was one of them. You guys were here for that. The reversion was kind of mean, and it didn't really revert to the mean, so that's fine. I lose on that one. A bit aggressive here on the Nvidia push, so that's underneath my face, so I'll bring it over here and kind of zoom in on this. So this was my trade on Nvidia in the morning, opening range drive. I did get long right here through that 190. 190 came in real hot, so boom. Boom, another ad through the halves, and then I really liked it pushing up into the 191, but that didn't really follow through. Realistically, I should be placing my stop a little bit closer on the stall, because if I'm expecting this to go right away and I'm getting aggressive along the way with that kind of price action, as soon as those buyers are done, the trade is done, and I should be getting out much, much higher, not giving it the original stop from the original entry. That's something I do have to work on, but getting involved once again with the long when the dip kind of comes in and being nimble with that, and then flipping short as well. So a little bit of a shake and bake and participating with the range on the day. After that, didn't really do much as we consolidated sideways for the rest of the day on Nvidia. So that was pretty good there. But yeah, a lot of the crypto names, man, that's what I wanted to point out. I did not participate in any of these moves. Unfortunate on my part, but these were absolutely crazy. So shout out to anybody who had the circle long, anybody who had coin gave you a long, a reversion, and the reversion of the reversion as the long steps right back in. So coin was absolutely beautiful on the day today. A lot of people talking about HOOD as well. I don't know what that did. So HOOD, a nice little chop and churn on that one. And I think I want to take a look at XLV because it may be a little close to me, because like I said earlier, got blasted trying to get short all day on Pfizer yesterday, but XLV was pretty aggressive. Today, sideways consolidation, so pretty much exactly where we left it when we were talking about it a little bit earlier, maybe during the morning session there as well. So pretty much sideways consolidation. Let's see if it gives us another leg going into the end of the week, right? So this whole sector has been on a bit of a run all week, kind of breaking out. Oh boy, look at that, 139s. That broke out this week with a nice strong push to continue. I don't know how we're going to close off on the week on this sector, but it's looking real strong. Maybe it's poised for a revisit of those all-time highs, maybe lagging behind. So we'll cover maybe more of that tomorrow, but don't go anywhere, guys. We got Adara, we got Sean, and we got the market recap to see what happened on the day today. So don't go anywhere. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy.
Thanks, Obi. Bang up job again. Thanks for covering over there for us as well. Adara, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I got the glasses today.
Yeah, my eyes were deciding it was a glasses day,
Good.
so I listened to them.
Yeah. Are they comfortable? They look heavy.
They are heavy. It's less that they're heavy and more that they kind of they should be tightened a bit, but it's all good.
Hey, we have little screwdrivers and everything here.
Really?
Yeah, I can easily tighten that for you immediately.
I can't. I need to see if it's the right size. I'm able to look.
They are the. It is. Yeah. I can figure that out for you. All right, welcome to the recap show, everybody. This is Dara. I'm Sean. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying all the programming that we have for you. Make sure you do hit the like and the subscribe. This is our recap show. It's a half hour. This is brought to you by Global X and Beta Pro. We want to thank them for sponsoring this segment of our show. It's Trader TV Live, the best trading show available on YouTube. And just even on cable. Like if we were on cable, it would also be the best. But right, let's throw up the graphic right here, because today this is what we're talking about. Thanks to Dara for building this one more time for us. This never stops. Berkshire, of course, acquires OxyChem today for $9.7 billion. That actually happened last night. That's a big move there. We'll talk about Occidental, and we'll see where we can go on that stock moving forward. And then Taiwan, if we go back to that sheet. Let's just stay on here, Andre, for a minute. Stay on a Dara sheet. I'll just run through all these real quick. Taiwan rejects that U.S. chip reshoring plan, so TSM again. Interesting name. We'll have a look at that chart. Bitcoin, wow, October is here, baby. And that's 2 straight up days for Bitcoin. Continues to climb higher through 120, touching 121 as we speak. Is Apple Vision Pro, are we done now with that? Or what? Are they going into the glasses? Adair and I will discuss that. Maybe those are the glasses that Adair has on, maybe. Personalized AI ads from Meta. Do we like that or do we not? Adair and I will discuss that. We'll see the effect on the chart with Meta as well. All right, back over. Yeah, Fabian, stay on this for 2 more seconds. More details on the Microsoft Nebbia deal. No. On the other screen, just for 1 second. Adair's screen. Right there, yes, thank you. More details to come on this Microsoft Nebbia deal. And then, of course, that's involving Nvidia, NBIS, and Microsoft. And then we saw, Adair and I flipped back and forth today as we saw that 2% go from 50 points back to no cut, but it still remains the same right now as these odds get increased. 14 days now on Kalshi, Polymarket for the shutdown as that continues, man. What is the market reaction going to be moving forward? We've now had 2 up days, not just in crypto, but in the market in general, Adair. I don't know if many traders had thought that was coming through, but it is what wound up happening. Any opinions on that? I know we did some math and we looked at, you have this on the board. Go ahead.
I went from first day of shutdown to last day of shutdown for the last 3 decades, because a lot of the shutdowns prior to that, like in the 80s, they'd be like 1 day. So it is worth noting, as I mentioned earlier when I debuted this infographic, some of these shutdowns literally would start or end during the weekend. So in the case of this shutdown in January 2018, we're only like 2 trading days when it was active. But yeah, basically overall, regardless of the length of the shutdown, we would trade higher. In fact, the longest shutdown ever, 35 days, we gained almost 12% during that period. Now, it is worth noting this infographic doesn't factor in the market climate at the time, nor does it factor in any, sentiment, political, whatever. I just have the photos of the presidents there to give you guys like a sense of the timeline. But either way, interesting look here. 5 shutdowns over the last 3 decades, so roughly 6 shutdowns a year. 1 shutdown every 6 years, though it doesn't really actually math like that because two presidents had like 2 shutdowns each during their tenure, right? So it's an interesting look either way. Here is the brief shutdown history on how it impacts the market. And this is just the S&P, not the NASDAQ or the IWM.
Wow, that's a great picture of Donald Trump, actually.
I used their official presidential headshots.
Yeah, those are
I didn't want to see.
Look how old everybody gets, as they go on. Like Barack, right there, looks so young.
That's his first term.
Yeah. And I guess all these presidents are 2-term presidents. I
just realized that was actually, I think this was Obama's 2nd term. I used the wrong picture for him. But everybody else was like the correct picture and it was their first term.
Right. And I know Trump's not a 2-term president in consecutive.
Yeah, 45 and 47.
Right. So we're well aware of that right there. So and then maybe, hey, look, some people are talking about him running for the 3rd term.
He's talking about.
No, some people are there. Some people are.
He showed off his 2028 hat to European leaders.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
We have that great graphic for Tesla, and if you come over to my screen quickly, and then we'll go over to Adaira's because she has the delivery graphic, which is pretty hot fire. I like the red that you used on there for that graphic. We'll get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Thanks for fading in and out. That was pretty cool. So right now, Tesla's actually at lows right now. I'm going to slap a fail on this trade. We thought Tesla was going to be a long today. Tesla's delivery numbers, I had them right here. I know they're on your chart too, but 443 was an estimate right there. We got 470 and change, didn't we, on the estimate on the deliveries
yeah,
today?
so that was it. It was 497.
497 maybe? Yeah, okay.
I think it was 497. This number only has like the Model X, S, and
we can flip over to it.
This is like the less popular models, but either way, what I'm trying to say, Sean, is even these models that don't sell well still did really well this quarter because everything was doing really well, likely at least partially because of the EV credit. People are saying there's news on Rumble. There is. So, strategic partnership between Rumble and Perplexity AI.
What?
You guys know, Boeing announcing a 77X delay to 2027. Color me surprised. But the issue is this could potentially cost the company billions of dollars. Also, I'm sorry guys, even more news. Hims and hers. HIMS elevating Mike Chi to the COO position. Nader Kabani will transition to an advisory role as of November 2nd. So lots of news here. Boeing, Rumble, Hims.
Okay, so Hims is not really doing too much there. There's a little bit of a downtick here in the after hours to Hims, down to $57. It looks like it's Rumble that's rumbling along here to the upside, a Canadian company. Rumble located just downtown, just down the street from where we are right now. Finally getting, I guess, going to install Perplexity or get a deal there with Perplexity as strategic partnerships. So we'll figure out exactly what strategies they're going to be implementing. But Rumble right there, again, comes right into a great little level on the daily chart. And yeah, there it goes, man. Nice bump up there from $7 up to $9. I think there's some traders. Check your accounts. I mean, Rumble's at stock that we had talked about way back. You may still have some Rumble shares. And if you do, good day for you right there on that move higher. But okay, just back to Tesla quickly there. As we went over the numbers, today they go out. Let's go bang. It was an all-time high pretty much there on Tesla at 480. That was right there, right at 830. Well, it was at 859 when the numbers came out. They made that high into 480 and then it just sold off all day. I tried that long right there on that break. Again, we were long early, thought that it could hold VWAP, thought that it could hold this 465 bottom. Completely wrong on that one. Slapped a fail on this guy trading today, but nice downside play for Tesla and continuously moving lower. This chart is incorrect. We don't have this down candle there. I couldn't get rid of it today, but I think that this is going to be a support area 420. Look, better than expected deliveries. Tesla's going to make it work. I trust them. I like that story. I think Tesla is a winner. Next story, Occidental. So today we get Berkshire Hathaway bought Occidental's OxyChem unit for $9.7 billion, all cash right there. As of course,
all cash, homie.
Yeah, exactly. Straight cash, homie. Right there. So nice little move there. USD's $9.7 billion for Occidental's OxyChem unit. So does it affect the stock? Yeah. Hey. Congratulations, we did that together there.
Yes, we did.
All right, I like that one.
For that one too. You guys can put it on the screen if you want.
Yeah, so Occidental, just quickly to the chart, and then go to the chart first, then we'll talk about the story. I just want to show you what this was for Occidental. You might have thought that was a good story. Maybe they didn't pay enough. Maybe 9.7 is not enough. I don't know. But there's the move back in, downside for Occidental today. They'll use the proceeds to pay down the $6.5 billion debt. Stock is up there in the pre-market, but not up as we went into the rest of the day. The market did not like this, Adara. Let's go over to that graphic and explain what you got.
Yeah, so what I have here is this is likely or widely considered to be Warren Buffett's last deal, major deal that he's ahead of. As the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, he's going to step down, and then Greg Abel will take over as the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway on January 1st, 26. So what happened here is this is Berkshire's largest deal since $11.6 billion, or since its $11.6 billion acquisition of Allegheny in 2022. What I think it might be, Sean, is we were reporting, or what we were seeing reports of, is it was going to be a $10 billion deal. Deal comes up $9.7 billion. That is so insignificant that I can't imagine it makes a huge impact, but that is one thing to factor in. But I think this seems positive for Occidental, even though the stock dropped today. And why do I say that, Sean? Because the CEO of the company, Vicky Holub, she said that what they're going to do with this is, because the sale is going to reduce their debt, they can actually do share buybacks now.
Right, okay.
So that's really exciting for Occidental.
Yeah.
And it's worth noting, they're not really going to be a full-time acquisition target other than certain units. From Berkshire, Warren Buffett has said that they're never going to acquire the company outright. They'll just own a very, very large.
Yeah, it was 28%, right? You have written down there?
It's more than
monstrous. Yeah, monstrous. So, okay, I mean, if they're never going to completely buy the company out, they're probably going to add to something. So I would say if we can get into here $41 to $42 for Occidental, it's probably worth a little bit of a nibble if we get back into there. But not a great deal there for Occidental, it appears like. So if that's the only news, that it was 9.7 against 10, I think that's a buy. Down 7%. I'm going to pass on that and just say that I think it's a buy. Let's check out XLE quickly to see what the energy sector was up to today. So XLE down that 1%. And then if we go into crude oil, it's the X contract right now. So let me just quickly look at that. X25. We'll see what sweet crude was doing today. Down 2%. So part of the Occidental story does have to rely in what the energy space is doing. And today, a nice downside move. All right, man. Bitcoin traders call this thing Uptober, apparently. Sharif had mentioned that we are gone positive now. 10 of the past 12 Octobers have been positive months. I said to him, I think that's probably true of most months. However, if the percentages have given us the story, it looks like October is going to be another good month for crypto. And there it goes right now, all the way back up, almost into all-time highs. I do have a BTC chart here as well, if we want to talk about that, instead of IBIT. IBIT's the thing that we tend to use the most as far as a trading tool. You can see it's a straight fire move today, up again another 4% for Bitcoin. Ethereum also up to the upside there. But this is what we're doing if we zoom in a little bit more here. This is crypto, this is BTC, up to and looking like it wants to take that level out. You cannot look at this chart and not say, wow, that 108, it came right into there. We've already fell back in late August. We fell back in late September. Both times a day we bounced off of that. Looks like crypto, wants to get to the upside. Look, positive talk with Circle. We found that story a couple days ago about the German Bourse. We saw Circle up today. We see Ethereum going to the upside. Some of these major things like BMNR and whatnot, they tend to make moves down. But what are your thoughts here about BTC?
Yeah, I think my thoughts on BTC are the Uptober plus the safe haven asset play with the shutdown. I think that combines to be a pretty nice catalyst there for Bitcoin, especially right now, especially where it is technically. Obi would probably call it confluence, and I would certainly agree. Now, I think the thing is worth noting as well, Citibank, Sean, gave Bitcoin a year-end price target for 25.
I didn't hear this.
132,000. Yeah, it was this morning. But I need to clarify, they are not as bullish on Ethereum. Their year-end price target for Ethereum is 4,500, which is basically where it's trading right now.
Yeah.
So they wanted to chop around for the rest of the year. Then even next year's end-of-year price target, or I guess the next 12 months, so October 26th, they see Bitcoin at $181,000, but Ethereum only 5,400. So they're really much more bullish Bitcoin.
I was gonna say, we're actually, so we're in October, so we're in the one more quarter. I wonder if Bitcoin bulls would be disappointed with 132. I wonder if December 31st hits and Bitcoin's at 132, I think the bulls might be disappointed. I don't know. In a 10% move from here, I think that's great. But I just wonder, the 181 is a little bit more exciting to me on that one. And I think everybody should note that Citigroup there, bullish on BTC and relatively flat there on Ethereum.
Yeah,
I think
they're not anti-Ethereum. They just have their case, and they did outline a case. They didn't just give numbers, but they just think Bitcoin has more potential and better use case.
And they could come out tomorrow and give a different playbook for all of these. So Ethereum today, if we use ETHA, they're up 3.5% right now. Meanwhile, Bitcoin and IBIT just up 3%. So today, Ethereum, I choose you. Okay, so that's just a couple different stories there about some different rundowns. Now, the one stock that we didn't talk about yet, we have Meta. Meta is an interesting call here, so is Apple. So both of these stocks, interesting discussions right now. Meta actually winds the day up. Meta's had quite a nice drop from 780 all the way into 727. And right now, thankfully, it held, Adara. I think that was a very key level that we wind up holding in there today around that 710. Of course, the story.
710 is a huge level for Meta.
Yeah, exactly. So today, 710, big level there. AI personalization policy launching December the 16th. So I guess we talked about that with Sharif. Maybe, will people switch off of using their AI if they're really going to take all that information and personalize ads for you? I've always been one to think that personalized ads are not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, they're going to give you stuff that you look at. My problem is whenever I'm searching Apple Watch, because my Apple Watch got water damage, so it's gone. So now I'm searching every time I go into Google or Best Buy or something, I'm searching Apple Watch Ultra, trying to see the prices and this and that. So now I'm noticing that on my Instagram feed and whatnot, there's ads for Best Buy, there's ads for Apple Watches and all that kind of stuff, which is fine. I think a little bit of his overkill. I like Meta here, but I still think it falls a little bit more. Opinions on personalized data and ads?
I don't love it. I think that honestly, and this is going to make me sound lame, nerd, whatever, I don't use Instagram that much.
That's okay.
I just, you know, if
WhatsApp at all? No?
WhatsApp sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
But if someone like sends me something, I'll respond to it. That is the extent of my social media usage. But the reason I bring that up is because I think that it's hard for me to have an opinion on something I don't think is going to really impact me that much. Okay. That being said, Sean, and I said this in the midday, I'll say it again now, I think that this is a really great use case for Meta's Europe subscription. You know, they're going to have that subscription model in Europe. So if you're in Europe and you hear, oh my gosh, you're going to use my data, I'll just pay for ads. If that's something you're really uncomfortable with, right? So I think that's maybe a way of doing that. I think that honestly for Meta kind of advertises that, no pun intended, that subscription model, but that's not in the US yet.
And of course, different legislative groups and different watchdogs in Europe, different than the US. And yeah, I feel like we heard that story today where the Amazon, and we didn't, Amazon actually didn't go down on this. There was an FAA or something about their drones. Not much going on there. It actually hit around here and then just closes near the highs for Amazon. So sometimes, you know, these little probes into the companies don't have that much to deal with anything. I want to thank all 3,300 of you for staying with us today. So thank you everybody for staying there. 3,200 watching. Hit the like button, 650 likes. So thank you for doing that. Adair and I putting in that extra time tonight with everybody. So there's news on something?
It's news on Tesla. I don't think it's going to be significant, but I'll tell you guys either way. So SOC Investment Group is calling on Tesla shareholders to vote down Elon Musk's proposed $1 trillion pay package, saying that the board's, quote, relentless pursuit of retaining its CEO has hurt Tesla's reputation, fueled, quote, extraordinarily high compensation, and slowed progress on full self-driving. Now, Sean, my take on this is, you're not going to tell Tesla shareholders what to do. I told you, I spent a lot of time on Tesla Bull Twitter or Bull X. Like, there's a massive community of them. They have massive followers.
They're a huge army. It's the biggest army.
But the point I'm trying to make is I would argue they're bigger Elon Musk bulls than they are Tesla bulls. So with that in mind, you telling them to vote down his package is only going to make them vote more aggressively for his package. They're helping. Like, there's one woman on there, Tesla Boomer Mama. I'm not making up that username. She's considered a hero in the community because she galvanizes people to vote. Like, she's like, if your bank isn't letting you vote, like, hit us up. We'll get you involved. So the point I'm trying to make is they're not going to stand for this. I actually think this is going to make more people vote for the package.
Right. How did you know that was my handle on that website?
I don't know. I get lucky guess.
Yeah. So no, I think you're right. I mean, Tesla's the original. What's up, Obi? Tesla's the original. Hey, I'm glad that someone's laughing at that. That's good. Thanks, Obi. Look, I'm just glad Tesla's like the original cult stock. Really. I mean, we had seen that thing run up, and I said I don't think there's a stock that's minted more millionaires. We could be wrong on that. That could be Nvidia, but Tesla near all-time highs. My hat is off to everybody that's traded Tesla. Now today we are going to the downside. We are still down 5% right now with Tesla and actually going lower here in after hours. So I don't want anybody to question the pay package. I mean, in order for him to get paid this ridiculous amount, certain levels have to get hit. And as you were just saying, Tesla shareholders definitely agree with what Elon is doing, and they're not going to back away. So yeah, that's more to come on that one. The Apple story today was just that they did halt their Vision Pro. I think that we never really... I mean, Adair is on top of pretty much every story, and I don't really hear anything about the Vision Pro ever. They just had their Apple Day. I don't think they talked about it. I don't remember the last time they did anything with Vision Pro, and I guess now today it finally gets the fail stamp to it. They halted it. Now they're shifting over to the smart glasses, which Adair is previewing today. Well, whatever. The glasses look nice.
No, it's okay.
The glasses look nice. Shifting over to smart glasses now. So what does that mean for Apple? We've already seen that Apple has had sort of a following effect to it, meaning that they're not the first ones to come up with something. They'll follow the yellow brick road, so to speak. They did, although I feel like AirPods, a lot of people second guess these things without wires, and I feel that now I see more AirPods, obviously, than I ever have, but shout out to them for that. I like the Fabian's got them. I like the over-the-head ones, the Air Max or whatever, but those are like super expensive. Marissa was telling me the next time she buys, she's not going to go with the AirPods, she's going to go with the over-the-head ones there. Because also for working out, I don't know if you've been like, these are the newer ones here, the smaller ones, but I feel like when you're on the treadmill and all that kind of stuff.
The over-ears are terrible if you're working
out. The over-ears are also terrible.
That's why I kind of transitioned off of them for working out, because they're like moving, you're doing sit-ups and they're moving, and I'm like
you're in the club over there.
They're sliding off while you're doing like a plank, and I'm like, I dislike this intensely.
Planks are overrated. Okay.
Well, it's part of a balanced workout.
I'm just joking. I don't know planks. Yeah, planks are good, man. All right. Yeah, just quickly there. So Apple, I mean, I like the stock. It's at all-time highs. I would say, and again, to take one line from Jim Cramer, own it, don't trade it. If you're there going to trade Apple based on lower deliveries, based on, I don't like the iPhone, then you know what? You're just going to miss out on everything. It's all-time highs right now for Apple. I'm not going to zoom out on this chart. That's a win, no matter what you say. So I appreciate you, Apple, and Tim Cook, and everything that's done, you know, for my account. And I think that there's a lot of people out there that are like that too. You could be an Android person, you could be whatever OS you want, but at the end of the day, Apple working. And I mean, let's look. Shout out to Android. We have just as much love for Google around these places as well. Shout out to YouTube. Thanks, YouTube. But look what Google's been doing as well. So they're not worried about Apple dominance. They're doing their own thing. So shout out to Google. I still wait for Apple and Perplexity. I still wait for Apple and ChatGPT. I still wait for Apple and Gemini. Someone come up with a deal that Apple can stamp and implement into their, see you, Ramin, have a good one. And then they can stamp and, you know, support this with a full out rollout. I think Apple will send one of those names to the moon if it can get going. All right, so that's that. The other thing that we didn't talk too much about today was actually Softy, Microsoft. And again, good deal. They had a 19.4 Nebius deal. That secures 100,000 Nvidia GB300 chips. Microsoft, they did have a negative story today. Those of you that are in video gaming or game passes with Xbox, I believe they upped the price. I saw some stuff on Instagram yesterday about this and over on Twitter. They went from, I think it was $20 to $30 a month, or maybe, yeah, so Fabian's, yes. There was a lot of cancellations there on that. And I know it's only $10 a month, and that might be ho-hum, but I think it's the principle of it all, upping that when, you know, there's more free options, especially these days. But I don't know enough about it, but that was a big hit early. I mean, they did not like that. I don't know what hit basically at 1050. Maybe it was the market selling off, but man, that name cranked lower into 510. This was a name that we had on just 2 days ago. We had Brian Shannon on, and I said AMD or Microsoft. He said Microsoft. I agree. The breakout looks strong on Microsoft, but today we fell back in. That might have been a dip buy opportunity there at 511. Did you hear any story? I know you're busy doing other things. Was there a story about Microsoft specifically in the middle of the day or not?
I
really?
looked for one, and I searched high and low, and I couldn't find anything.
Okay, so fail on me for asking you. All right.
Fail on me for asking. I just wish I had something to tell you.
Yeah, I know. And fail. Yeah, nothing there.
I feel like a failure when someone's like Circle today. Something's like, oh, something's moving, and all I have are these really, really tenuous things that are, you know, not pending. It's hard to not be able to give people a story, but sometimes the no story is the story. All
right. I'm going to test anybody that right now is in the chat. I'll answer the very first question that I see. So go. Okay, right now, the next thing that we're going to talk about quickly right now, Meta, Apple, we already talked about Tesla. We've already done all of that. Taiwan Semi, we can have a quick look at TSM. Right now, TSM. All right, Taiwan Semis. Okay, here we go. All right. Uh-oh. I see the first question. Well, I have no idea what it means. What's my body count? Okay, no idea what that means. So I'm going to pass on that one. All right. Did I brush my teeth this morning? Yes, Kai, I did. I'm married. My body count is 1. Okay, so that right into there, yeah, I brush my teeth every morning, you know, and I have to admit something actually, you know, growing up, I was like always like, you know, I definitely brush it every night, but I find like, you know, lazy with brushing it every morning. But I don't know, but right now I'm definitely going ahead brushing at least twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day.
That's always good.
And then, you know, chewing more gum and all that to kind of help that out. But I think I have about 3 or 4 cavities in total. So I think I don't know, doing pretty good there. Nice. All right, you brush your teeth twice a day?
I do.
Okay, good, there we go.
Depending on how I'm feeling, you know.
All right, so yes. Oh, there was, ooh, what is this? Judge, should I show it? Oh, select a question to preview. Oh, okay, so I can just watch this. All right, here we go. Look at this. Does that work? Send selected question. There we go. Ichiro asks me, what's my Netflix password? I don't know. I share with Sharif, so whatever Sharif's no, I don't. Yeah, that's cool. All right, here we go. Look at this. Here, next question. Sean, who are you going to floor with the Trade the Pool guys? Oh, it's just Mitch. I think it's just Mitch is coming through.
Are you going to floor the Trade the Pool guys in trading?
Yes.
Is I think what they're asking.
Yes, every every trader. No, I don't know. That should be really fun when they come up. But hey, that's cool. So I cannot wait to actually get this on our main desk. I guess we can get it tomorrow. I'm just going to push this all. This is actually awesome. This is a funny one. Obi, my guy, just look at my wallets right on the desk. Look what Obi's asking. What's the 3-digit number there on the back of your Visa? Shout out to Obi for that one. I like all these questions. Thanks, Fabian. That's a heck of a lot of fun.
That's really cool.
Right there. Oh, you know what else Fabian just showed me? Fabian, I didn't see this before. This is hilarious. Yeah, hold on a second. How do I open this up in a different? Here we go. Here we go. Look at this. Pretty cool. I didn't even realize that he visited us that day.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Did a lot of trades. A lot of trades.
Sean, you're making too many trades. Over there, those are the very best trades.
Not too many trades, but a lot of trades.
Sean, I'm a better trader than you, for sure.
The best trader.
I'm the best trader in America. We're having too much fun now. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for hitting this like and subscribe. This segment is brought to you. We've got a lot of likes and subscribes anyways. 2,800 still staying late with us. Thank you so much. Weekend review. Let's throw up. What do you got on? Let's go.
Yeah, this is a shutdown. This is a...
Go back to the very first thing. Yeah. Let's review some of our top stories right now. So here we go, guys, everybody. Thank you so much again for joining us. Big time deals announced today. We talked about that Berkshire, their biggest deal ever, $9.7 billion. Taiwan, again, rejecting that deal. Bitcoin, nice move up there. Apple Vision Pro, see you later. Inter glasses. I think that's the right move for them as well. Hey, what about Meta? We like that personalized AI, or do we? I don't mind it. Adara had her comments there as well. Microsoft NVIDIA Nebbia's deal, a big one as well. And then that interest rate cut. We talked about that, and I could actually find that for us, but it's 99% right there. Fed rate tool. I'm just going to get that up for you and just to show you what that's all about. You can just Google this. It puts you right into the Fed watch, and it's actually pretty cool. It's something that we use a lot on the show here to demonstrate. Get this out of here. There it is right here for October. It's 98% chance of a rate cut. So I like that right there. Good level there, 98%. I think that's reasonable. 2.2% chance of no rate cut at all. I think this number will not be like that. Depends if the government shutdown continues. We had over under 10 days. It's about 50-50. So now we're in day 2. And I didn't hear any positive news about the government shutdown today. And
I only heard negative. I only heard people thinking it was going to last a little bit longer.
Right. So, all right, it's 4:30. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Darren and I always have a great time. The recap show is daily at 4 o'clock. We'll try to talk about the top stories. We'll show you some of those. We have a lot of fun in the chat there, as you guys could clearly see. So, again, thank you for joining. Adara, this is your over under 10 days.
I think over.
Over. All right. I'm going to go under. Just try to think more positively about it. It might not be a negative thing, though, right? I mean, for the stock market. I mean, trading volumes, everything seems to be kicking it out.
We jumped 12%.
I hope for under because, again, yeah, I think we all do, but I think you're being more realistic.
Well, yeah, literally the Senate leaders were saying today they don't think there's going to be any agreement over the weekend, vote over the weekend. They did a press conference today that was pretty aggressive, so I don't know.
And the betting markets were flipped, right? They were 14.5 days. Yeah, not great. All right. Thank you to everybody that we had on today. Thank you to Obi again for filling in for Neil. Big day. Thank you for Fabian, all the work on the board. Thank you, Andre. Thanks, Brendan, Sharif, and Joe, and Ramin, and everybody. Thanks, Randy. Everybody that's worked so hard. And most importantly, we want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank all of our sponsors as well, and everybody for watching today. Just make sure you join us tomorrow. And if you're wondering where and when, it's the same place. It's on YouTube. It's Trader TV Live at 8:30. That's Adara. I'm Sean. Ciao for now.